working still. And let's just see how things are looking on the stream. Looking alright. Okay. There's a couple things that I want to talk about. Or do, I suppose. Zeta's gonna be streaming in about an hour. So I've got time. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started with a song. Because this is a song I've been wanting to do for a while. And I promised that I would do, basically. But it's also kind of cool because there was someone that likes the song that wanted to sing the song for him. So I'll go ahead and start with that. It always seems so quiet in the dark. It always seems so stark. A silence grows under the moon. Constellations gone so soon. I used to think that I was bold. I used to think love would be fun. All my stories have been told, except for one. As the stars start to align, I hope you take it as a sign that you'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And if the 7 rings collapse, although the day could be my last, I promise that you'll be okay. When I'm gone, you'll be okay. And when creation goes to die, you can find me in the sky upon the last day, and you will be okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been listening to this song a lot lately, so I knew it, but I was like, oh shoot, I didn't look up the lyrics, so I wasn't looking at them, and then like halfway through, I was like, oh, I should probably look up the lyrics, and I just like Googled it real quick. The thing is that I really didn't need to, like I don't have to, but I keep forgetting that this song isn't as long as I think it is. So yeah. So there's a lot of things that I'd like to talk about. The problem is that I really have a hard time talking to nobody. And the other thing is that when I am talking with people, I feel bad that I'm talking so much. So a lot of the podcasts are usually like us going back and forth, or us just sort of hanging out, or me like asking questions, and then like me rambling on forever. So it's probably a good thing that I am just sort of doing this alone right now, at least to start, you know. I'm things have not been well lately, but that's fine, you know, that's life, I suppose. I've been really struggling though. So that's just sort of been really hard. Um, I lost a lot of pretty good friends. Um, I won't go into any specifics details. I would like to, and maybe at some point I will, but I don't think this is necessarily the time for that. What I do want to do is just sort of um, maybe talk about some good things, I suppose, because that's really what it's about, is rather than focusing on the bad things, is that you keep moving, you know, because I have a problem with getting caught up on stuff rather than, moving on, I suppose, or whatever. Because I give so much advice to people, and like I know what it's like. I've suffered through this stuff, so like here's what not to do, basically. But rather than saying that, I tell people what they can do, what they should do, what's things that they can try out and whatnot. Um, but I have a hard time following that. And one of the things that I tell people is that, even though you lose friends, or it's hard to make friends, there's like only a handful of people that you've met, either in real life or on a certain platform or whatnot. And so often we find ourselves just stuck right then and there in that sort of, in that space, like that platform or whatever, where we think that's who we are, that's where we are, and that's just sort of everything that there is. I know it can be something like just a game that you're playing, or school or something. Like a very something specific, or like a Discord server, and you sort of make what's the word I'm looking for? I've lost it. But basically, you make your image there or whatever. Like, you hang out with those people. That's the stuff that you do. That's your routine. That's your life there, basically. So when something in that changes, it's hard to move on from, and especially if you completely lose that. Like, if basically the person running it has to leave, or you have to leave, or whatever. Like, whenever you move on to the next thing, it's so hard, because like that was the thing, that's who you are, that's where you were, and to lose something like that is really hard. But the most important thing to consider is that there's more of that out there. uh, I think the easiest thing to explain this is that love, like if you get a crush on someone or whatever, we can really focus in on like, this is the one person for me forever, and always and whatnot. And we get so caught up on like trying to make it work that we never actually get to experience it, to live life and actually enjoy it as we're doing. We're so caught up and stressed out trying to, I let's go with the if you've got a crush on someone, what you should do first and foremost is go introduce yourself, spend time with that person, be friends, get close with them, actually get to experience them and have fun. If all you do is crush on them, like from a distance, you just watch them enjoy their life without you, then once that's all said and done, you've missed every single chance and opportunity that you've ever had. All you're going to remember is like how painful it was to watch that and not actually get to experience it. I've done this. So what you need to do, they say it's better to loved and lost than to spend a lifetime wondering what if. That's a very simple and generic way of putting it, but basically, if you go like at least spend time with them, even if you can't get that closeness. People complain about being in the friend zone or whatever, or going and confessing and then having them turn down. But if you're just some random person that's in love with a person that you really don't even know, how can you expect them to respond any differently? That's why, it's so much easier and better to be friends with them first, and then you can try and make that step. But also at the same time, you get to be with that person. You get to spend time with them and see them and help them, and experience life with them, even if it is, not that perfect, like that they're in love with you. It's hard to make someone in love with you, but you can still experience life with that person that you want in your life, that you want to be close to. You can still get close without immediately jumping to we're dating or whatever. So that's one thing to try and something to do. But also at the same time, once you've realized, or basically once that's over with, that person is no longer in your life for whatever reason, it's hard to move on and think of other people, and also like think of yourself as someone else that doesn't love that. I'm not saying that it's good to not love. Don't tie yourself down with, this is my one true love, and now that it's gone, I'll never love again. Because I promise you, there are other people out there that can be just as good, if not better, for you, and you for them. These things that we like in people, sometimes what it is a very common thing. Or maybe it is like something about that person, and that can come and go with the wind. Or it's something more like in what's the word I'm looking for? I suck at this. Something internal to who you are that defines like what you like about someone else, and you can still find that in other people. So many times I find myself like latching on to new people that I like or are cool or I think are fun, and then I'm like, oh, am I starting to get feelings for this person? And then I just put them on a pedestal and I make them like, oh, they have this, that, and the other thing. They have everything that I want. Sometimes we really do put too much into something, and I'm speaking from experience, that sometimes what we want aren't in people, and we think that they are because we've got like these rose-colored lenses that we see what we want to see. And I've experienced this on both sides, where I've really looked at a person and I was thinking, wow, they're an amazing person, and then I'm like, okay, I'm in love with them now, and like, oh, they're my idol now, and like, oh, I wish I could be with them and do everything like them. And the truth is that they're just a normal person. They could, like, if all of this mental imagery that you've placed upon this person is just fake and is not really who you are or who they are, then it's horrible. And it's such a horrible thing that you can, when you step back and realize that you could have put this sort of title on anyone. It just happened to be this person that you latched onto and gave them everything, basically. It's a really tough and hard thing to consider and think about. Goodness, I forgot how much talking makes me parched. So basically the main thing that I'm trying to get to, sorry, I'm just rambling, is that well, let's not even tie it down to specifically love interest or whatnot, but just like people in general and your social circle or situation or whatever, stuff changes. It always ends and moves on and goes away, but like you should always remember, hello Rosie. Um Sorry, you caught me right in the middle of trying to narrow down my thought. Um like there will be more of it. Not like there's plenty of fish in the sea. Um uh um there's plenty of fish in the sea, but none of the fish like me. Uh um the point is that even if you lose friends or people in your life or situations that are important, you can keep going and find that again in something or someone else. You know, it's it's fine to be connected and to be, you know, s- uh, uh involved. But make sure that you don't get tied down when it does end, or you need to step away, or sometimes you have to move on. Sometimes it's better. It's trying suck at wording things. the Basically the point is that when stuff hurts because it was important, that doesn't mean that it's impossible to move on. That doesn't make it less important if you replace it. It's because of that you should, keep going. If you just stop there and let that be all that it was, then you're basically missing out on so much more, as well as you're not living up to the full expectation of what this truly was. You enjoyed this for a reason, and you should keep pursuing that no matter what, as opposed to just sort of dropping it and letting it lay on the floor like a piece of trash. Not to say that putting it up in a frame or sealing it away in a nice neat photo album isn't bad or normal, but the reason why memories are so amazing and important is because you keep making them. So you need to keep making memories with people, places, things. There's so much in my life that happens and goes on that I'm like, well, that's not important to me, it doesn't matter. But if it were to change or go away, it would be difficult, because I'd be wondering like, what do I do now, or there are very few things that I'm very deeply connected to, some of which can just never change, or wouldn't want to. Um, but if it came to the right time and place or person that I needed to move on, I could understand me changing that. At the same time, there's a lot of stuff that I like or enjoy, but if it were to never exist again, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't. This is really hard. Um, so much of my life has been weighed down with, wanting to do something but can't, or you know the aspect of not getting something that I need, or not being able to move on or whatever. Hi Spike. Thanks for banning happy A. But basically, the one of my biggest regrets is like not taking carry on with what you're doing, not moving on, or not trying things more. you know I think like one of the biggest ones is that I never tried track and field. I don't know if I would have done well in track and field. Probably not, because I have poor lungs. But I like to run. I like to be active and do stuff that would have given me a club, an after school thing to do, people to, communicate and hang out with, as opposed to just simply band or choir. Anyways, like I didn't really socialize with people outside of class, and that's partially my fault because I never side talked in class, so no one ever knew what I was interested in or what I did or like all that sort of things. I was just always ever doing school while I was in school, and so that's the reason why no one ever talked to me outside of school. Um, Back to track and field, the reason why I didn't sign up for it is because I was scared, because there was a girl in there that I had a huge crush on, that I just thought was super cool, was really nice. She was funny, she was pretty, she had a beautiful voice. Spike says, I preferred strategy games, club and school over track and field, cross country. Well, we didn't have a chess club, okay? Basically, all we had was like the very basic, you just want to tackle people. Um, Actually, that's a really important. Hey Spike, how do I do the thing so that it shows chat on my screen? Is there a way that I can do that? Hold on, let me just Google this. How to make chat appear on stream. Chat overlaid OBS. Okay.
Thank you. Representative
Let's see. Da. No. Streamlags.com. What? Yeah, you have it on your thing, and so does Zeta and actually Doc. I think I'm the only one that doesn't have it. Now that I think about it. Here, let's see. Actually, what I should do is pull this out first. That's not what I meant to do. Pull that up. Pull this up. I'm not familiar with OBS. It's because I'm bigger than most and would be the only thing I'm good at because I'm not athletic. Sorry, I keep thinking that Rosie said tickle people instead of tackle people. I'm only familiar with Streamlabs. Okay. I'm going to watch this. Wait. Yes, that. And then make it big. Oops. No. Window capture. Okay. Hey. Cool. All right. I'm gonna move me over on top of this guy. I'm just gonna watch this real quick.
Gadgets Twitch tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add your chat to your stream using OBS used by many of Streamlabs. To get the Streamlabs.com first time, it may ask you to grant some permissions just so it has access to your channel.
Okay.
Once you get into Streamlabs, all you need to do is go over into the left sidebar right here and select widgets.
Okay, it's a widget.
And then from here, we're going to select chat box. All right, so on the chat box page, we have a couple different things. We have this right here.
Okay, so it's
kind of
basically just a thing under Streamlabs. All right, cool. Well, thanks for that. I guess I'll go make a quick Streamlabs. Just gotta go make a Streamlabs account. Labs.com. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh my goodness, it shows Pokemon and that guitar guy at the front. Whatever. Log in. Twitch. Ah, yeah, that's fine. You can have access to all that stuff. Convert your clips to TikTok. No, thank you. Okay. Widgets. Chat box. Cool. Um. Launch? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Um. Oh, hey, is it working now? Oh. Oh. Okay. Now I just grab this, and then I just bring it up as a browser. Shit. There we go. No, it should work. Hey, say something again in chat real quick. Or I guess I could... Oh. That work? Hey, it worked! Cool. Okay. Okay. I'll make that a little bit bigger. That's fine. Oh no, is it gonna be... is it not gonna be left-centered? Is it gonna be... or is it gonna be centered rather than left? That's... Oh, it is. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Oh. Well, I'll figure out how to change that later, but for now, this is good enough. Thank you. Well, I don't know who I'm saying thank you to. Basically, just me. Yeah, so basically, instead of having it, go to the left, it's just going to be centered between people's names and what they say. So yeah, that's going to be kind of annoying. But it'll be fine. I'll just put it this way a little bit. Yeah, so it's you'll see if like multiple people talk at once, but yeah, that's basically it. I'll deal with it later. What was I talking about? I was talking about the things that I've missed out on because I wasn't willing to try stuff, or I was so caught up in, oh, I'm a loser, I don't have anyone, or but I never actually like took the chance, to be vulnerable. That's what my biggest problem was, that I was never vulnerable with people, and I really think that's because of, growing up, I was really sheltered and shunned, and forced to fit in this box, stay quiet, sit down, shut up, as well as in school, the pretty girl, your crush, yeah. I mean, do you want me to tell you more about her? I guess I could. Yeah. Basically, long story short, I, because of my family and because I was bullied, I'm basically in this mindset of, be quiet, be invisible, and you'll get by. The pretty girl that I had a crush on, specifically that one, she had really pretty hair, pretty eyes. Honestly, don't remember what her body looked like. I mean, she was pretty normal, I guess. I mean, she was athletic, but she wasn't crazy. I don't think she was like bodacious. What's the word? What's the word that means? Hold on. Uh, 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 uh. Voluptuous. Voluptuous basically means that you've got like a lot of curves in your body or whatever. So that means like boobs and butt, I guess. Or does that also include like the hourglass I don't know. I don't care. You like I didn't notice. Like I wasn't thinking about that stuff. The biggest thing that I really noticed and was really caught up on that I'm still can't quite get over is her voice. She had just a very soft, airy voice. It was unlike any other voice I've ever heard. It would be like describing to my voice now being like, oh yeah, like a really nice well, I guess that's like airy or whatever. But like if you think of like the typical way of people like changing their voice to be like, oh, I'm so pretty or whatever, it was legitimately, it was that voice. But obviously I can't do a girl voice. I do know that the way in voice acting to do a girl voice is not to go higher as in falsetto, but to actually remove the bassy shaking in a male's voice, because we have the Adam's apple, so that's the reason why our voices are different, because of the throat and whatnot. I'm not very good at that though, so I can't do that. But basically she had this really just beautiful voice, and I was in choir, and she was also in choir. And here's the horrible thing. Because my voice was the lowest voice, like, I don't know what the range is of like altos to sopranos to tenors to like, we didn't have a bass, but because my voice was so low, I sat at the end of the boys section, which was at the end of the choir section. So basically the half circle was split up into girls and guys. Girls were 2/3, guys were the last third, because there were more girls than guys. But basically the girls filled out like the altos and sopranos or whatever, and then I think we had like one or two guys that were in the tenor or the soprano, and then we had two guys that were in two in soprano, two in tenor, and then it was me that was like at the end of the tenor, because I'm a bass. But yeah, but she was all the way at the top because her voice was so high and light and airy. So we were literally staring at each other across the end of the semicircle, because the music teacher would stand like in the middle, and it was so horrible, because it was good that I'm like so far away, sitting so far away from her, but I was literally like staring at her half the time. Well, not staring at her, but because I was facing that direction, looking at the teacher who was standing in the sometimes they would be like back from the line of the semicircle, but not a whole lot. So basically, yeah, we would spend each other basically in the entire class looking at each other. I remember there was like this one song that we sang that I think is by Bruno Mars. Jason Mraz. Gosh dang it. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Bruno Mars. Sorry. I should eat nice talk. Be back if you stream later. Okay. Yeah, I'll be streaming for the next hour or two, because I'll be joining Zeta. So yeah. I don't. Where was I? Oh, I was gonna sing the song. But yeah, I was basically singing it to her because it was like a really cute love song or whatever. Well, you did undone me, and you bet I felt it. Tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell out through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Well, I do run right out on me, giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up. What? The reason why I don't remember this lyric is because we did not learn this. Or maybe I'm looking at the lyrics now. Like I remember the first verse and the chorus. But maybe we didn't. Da 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 da. Scooch on closer, dear. And now I'll nibble your. Yeah, I remember we did this verse. I just don't remember how it goes. But I remember, like, the girls were having fun with it, like leaning over, like, ooh doo doo doo, nipple on your ear or whatever. But the guys were like super awkward or weird because we're guys, and you know we can't have fun, we can't mess around. We're very like serious all the time, and if we were talking about nibbling on someone's ear, you know that's not like something you can joke about. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try and see clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass, and so I drew in your face and I laughed. I guess what I've been saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the season. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of the song. The problem that I had with choir is that I can't read music. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why. So the way that I learned songs and music and whatnot, with singing or whatever, is by listening to it a lot, and I can literally copy it. I remember, growing up, I would listen to stuff like Michael Jackson or something, where the way that he sings isn't necessarily like saying words, but it's just sort of sounds. So I can sort of mimic that and go back. I literally cannot think of a Michael Jackson song off the top of my head right now. I've got this song stuck in my head. Speaking of which, I've got something to. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Earlier, someone told me about Monster Mash. So Monster Mash got stuck in my head. And if you're listening back to this now, it's your fault. I get songs stuck in my head, which is fine because it's like a radio. My heart's a stereo, beats for you for listening. Wait, what's the other? Oh goodness, there's a line about someone's heart, or like in their chest, is a radio. Like their heart is a radio. Because the song is "My Heart Is a Stereo." It beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Sorry, it sounds so weird when you don't sing it. Let's see. My heart is a stereo. Gym class heroes. Yeah, I know this song. Let's just go ahead and sing it real quick. I like the song. If I was just another dusty record on the shelf, would you blow me off and play me like everybody else? And if I ask you to scratch me, could you handle that? Like yickety yak, check it, Travi, I can handle that. Furthermore, I apologize for any skipping tracks. It's just the last girl that played me left a couple of cracks. I used to, now I'm over that. Because holding grudges over love is ancient artifacts. If I could only find the note to make you understand, I'd sing it softly in your ear and grab you by the hand. Just keep it stuck inside your head like your favorite tune. You know my heart's a stereo, the only place for you. My heart's a stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Yeah. Make me a radio and turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you. Just sing along to my stereo. Oh, 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 to my stereo. Oh, oh, oh. Just sing along to my stereo. If I was an old school 50-pound boombox, would you hold me on the shoulder wherever you walked? Would you turn my volume up in front of the cops and crank it higher every time they told you to stop? And all I ask is that you don't get mad at me when you have to purchase Mad D batteries. Appreciate every mixtape your friends make. You never know, we come and go like on the interstate. That was the verse that I learned, not the first one, sorry. I only pray you never leave me behind, never leave me, because good music can be so hard to find, so hard to find. I take your hand and hold it closer to mine. Sorry, I messed up on that line, it just completely threw me. I take your hand and hold it closer to mine. I need to start over from the beginning, goodness. I only pray you never leave me behind, because good music can be so hard to find. I take your hand and hold it closer to mine. Goodness, why can I not get that? I take your hand and hold it closer to mine. Thought love was dead, but now you're changing my mind, yeah. Goodness, I could not get that for whatever reason. That's weird. But there is another song that's talking about, and it might be Adam Levine or someone close to it, that's talking about their heart being like a radio. And I can't remember if it's because it's like, that's actually like the lyric or something similar to it. And I can't remember if that's because it's referring to changing stations or because it's like music. I don't know why, but that made me think of Trumpets by Jason Derulo. And Trumpets is like completely different. Oh yeah. This is the reason why I don't like this song so much. Like, it's, again, it's one of those songs where it's like a one-hit wonder, basically, where it's just sort of designed to be, you know, catchy and like fun or whatever. Like, you get stuck in your head, but that's basically it. Like, it sounds sort of nice. It's literally just the chorus that actually has any well, the song is, there's like no theme or like tune to the actual like verses. It's just the chorus is like catchy or poppy and like is got a nice tune to it, so it sounds good or whatever. Yeah, here's one of the verses, like, Is it weird that I hear violins whenever you're gone? Whenever you're gone. Is it weird that you ask remind me of a Kanye West song? Kanye West song. Like, it's just nothing. Is it weird that I hear trumpets when you're turning me on? Turning me on. Is it weird that you remind me of a Katy Perry song? It's just so dumb and random, and I don't get it. But it's like, oh, talking about like getting undressed and having intercourse like for young kids isn't bad because it's like, oh, it's music. It's just another form of expression, just like the way Michael Jackson grabs his crotch or whatever. Nothing about like Michael Jackson grabbing his crotch. I could go into Michael Jackson, but that'd be a whole thing. So I'm just gonna not. But the chorus is, every time that you get undressed, I hear symphonies in my head. Oh, I wrote the song just looking at you. Oh, and the drums they swing low, and the trumpets they go. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. Yeah. That's literally all it is. It's just like it's a bad song. I'm sorry, Jason Derulo. I love some of your other hits, but like that's just not a song, man. It's bad. Goodness, I've got on so many different tangents. What on earth was I talking about before? Goodness gracious. Guess I could talk about music or something. I don't know. I was talking about being in love with that one choir girl, but I'm trying to remember if there was. I guess I was just talking about that song. The way I learn songs. That's what it was. Is that I just listened to it, because if I try to memorize, it's hard for me to memorize things. That's why I struggle with people's names and faces for so long. But I can get a general gist and feel of people. But like in school, all you're supposed to do is memorize stuff, so it's like really hard. But like, da 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 da. Oh, sorry. Trying to read music doesn't make sense for me. Like trying to translate notes to sound doesn't work for me. So I literally just have to memorize stuff by listening to it. Then I mentioned Michael Jackson, and I don't know what it was that drove me off into talking about different things and such, but yeah, basically that was a cute little song that we learned. I think we also learned we learned some other things, and there were some fun songs, there were some cool songs. The problem is that it seemed like every song was simply chosen because it had like a weird dynamic in the tune range, that it was like, oh yes, if you can learn this, then you can learn like 3/3 or 2/3 of the song, or like I don't know. It just seemed like the songs were just picked out because they had like a range in them that made sense for teaching music, I guess, or whatever, as opposed to picking songs that sound good when sung in a choir. Not even specifically songs that are fun. The biggest thing that people complain about, like, oh, the books that we're reading or the songs that we're playing in band like aren't fun or aren't of this age. It's hard to find material of this day and age when it comes out to then be able to be taught and performed in class. That's why so much of our stuff is older stuff, not because it's better. You know, we get like really old stuff like Shakespeare because it's got important elements of that time period of like, this is a great example of like why this stuff works out or is weird or whatever. But like, if we try to teach school based off of TikTok or whatever, it just wouldn't work. Or like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You know, the reason why we choose books that are old, like Hatchet or something. You know, Hatchet's an okay book, and you know, there's probably arguments that people complain like, it's still an old book and isn't relevant to our time period, and I don't understand, like I can't relate to this or whatever. It's just like, yeah, that's because most kids these days grow up with a iPad in front of their face. But the point is that those books are old enough to have been run through the system of like, okay, this is written pretty well, you know, not just grammatically or whatever, but the way that I think the biggest way that they pick out books and other sources of material is their themes and whatever story that they're trying to portray and whatnot. Because I've read a ton of different books in school, and some of them are written badly. Like, they just have bad grammar, like sentence structure, as well as like paragraphs, and like, oh my goodness, you know, like the story's fine, you know, like it's written technically correct, but it's just hard to read. And that's what I think is more important. So I think we do need to get rid of some things. I'm trying to think of like a really good one. I'll mention Fahrenheit 451. Fahrenheit 451 had a very simple story that took forever. Not just because there's a lot of stuff that we want to touch on before you can be able to see the big picture. No, they just described so much, like a small scene for, you know, if you watched a movie, you would be able to glance by this pretty quick. You know, it would take longer to watch a movie than it would to read a book. But, you know, Fahrenheit 451 went on a whole lot longer than it needed to. And it kept touching back on different things, and I'm just like, how much of this is Chekhov's gun? Like, do we really I guess I should point out what a Chekhov's gun is. Chekhov's gun is basically the idea of, in a story or writing or whatever, is that whenever you describe something or give details to what, Chekhov's gun was a gun that was on his wall that was never brought into the story, yet it was shown on screen, like the camera was pointed directly at it, like, look, here's his gun, you know. But it was never actually introduced into the story, and it never actually even meant anything. It wasn't like, oh, thinking about guns brings up this, you know, point. There was no reason for like pointing that camera at that gun at that point in time for any reason. None at all. So it's that idea of Chekhov's gun is basically, if you're going to draw attention and point something out, it needs to be important and brought up again later on. Something that happened in Fahrenheit 451 is they kept talking about the robot dog that was at the fire station. And really it was not necessary, because the entire time he's just like, I know it works for like the people or whatever, but I'm like scared of it. And like every single time that he walked back to the fire station, he's just like, I just get this uneasy feeling whenever I look at it or whatever. And it's just like, why do we need all this? Why? And I guess like sort of near the end, it was just like, oh yeah, and then the dog chases you for like half of a minute, you know, like because he's running away or whatever, so like the dog is after him. But then it my goodness. And then the book just ends. And then it just ends. There's no like rise and fall, there's no climax, there's no it's just a whole bunch of information, and then it just ends. And I think that's a book that has a decent purpose and meaning that could have been described in like a few pages. There are so many good books that have short stories out there, and I know it's hard to make short stories. I know, because I suck at making short stories. However, I could take Fahrenheit 451 and make a short story about it. I could probably take like a few chapters here or there and like trim them down and make it like a 3-chapter book, if even that, and have it be so much better and easier to read and understand, you know, not just because it's shorter so that there's less to think about, but to be involved. You know, when you're reading one of these books in school and you just have paragraph after paragraph, just walls of text that you have to memorize, it's horrible. And Fahrenheit 51 was not a bad book. It was not a bad story. There was just tons of information, and it was hard to, you know, grasp anything because it was just constantly describing this futuristic world that doesn't exist, that is completely bonkers and weird, that we just can't relate to. Anyways, going back to music and whatnot, the reason why I bring up the story of like talking about subject material in school is because, actually, now that I think about it, this might have been at band camp that I was inquired that we had 2 songs that we were learning, which was Fun Train. I'm going riding on the fun train, going riding on the fun. It was just a very slow and honestly boring song, and it was called Fun Train. It was like one of those old hymns that you just don't care to realize that it ever existed. And then we also learned Crazy by I don't remember his name. I'll look it up real quick. Crazy. Crazy by... No. Oh yeah. Norris Barkley. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo, so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And that's how I learned that song. Again, like, if you listen to that actual song, it's catchy, it's peppy, it's fun, you know. But like the way that we had to learn it, because, you know, they're doing the 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember when I lost my mind. She would like keep pointing at us like dead. Like we could never like just sing the song. Oh my goodness. And that's the problem, is that when I learn a song, especially in school, where you're just supposed to like memorize it and then just do the thing back or whatever. Um yeah, it's just like a whole deal of like it doesn't make it fun anymore. I understand how in band you've got so many different things going on, and you have to like work together in tandem to make it sound good. And doing that in middle school just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You need to come up with less complicated songs. I'm sorry. Um, but trying to do something that is I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. But basically, we all like, instead of playing, yeah, let me go back to my story. Instead of learning Crazy and Fun Train, what we should learn is Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Let me look up the lyrics for that. I um I don't think I've ever actually listened to the lyrics, now that I think about it. Because I'm looking at these and I don't recognize any of them. All I know is that the music is awesome, because it starts with a guitar and it's like I can't mimic it, but it's just yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the lyrics and I don't recognize any of this. Anywho, this is all going back to the one story of the choir girl that I really liked. Actually, when we did that one song, I'm Yours, by that guy, there's a little scat part in there. It's like, I'm yours, ooh, hey, hey, hey. But there's another one. Skip a da ba doom day, whoa, ba da da doo da da doo da da doo day, or something like that, or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, that's like a really fun little thing to do. They made that girl that I had a crush on do that because she had the nicest voice. She was like at the top because she worked hard or whatever. And I like, whenever she would do it, I'd cringe because she has a very light and beautiful voice. So to try and scat with that just doesn't make sense. Like it didn't sound good. And that's the other thing, is that like, yes, she's at the top of their class. She works hard. She sounds good. She's putting in the effort. She's worked up her marks to be in that position of top chair or whatever. So yeah, she gets the lead role of the solo. And she did. She did a good solo, and it sounded really nice, and it crushed my heart. When she sang the solo, it squeezed my heart. It was really good or whatever. But then when she did the scat or whatever, it just really upset and bothered me, because when you do something like a scat that's not following the rules, that's going with the music, just going with the flow, making an action to it and actually just letting it go. A scat isn't about following the very specific rules of making the notes, or it's literally freeform. That's what a scat is. Or whatever. But yeah. Apparently Zeta live, but he said he was going to join General, but he has not yet. You know what? I'm gonna pull up Zeta's stream. Yep, there it is. Hey. Oh wait, can we? Wait, I should be able to. Let's see. Hide in Mixer. No. Can I? Can I see it, please? Oh, I need to. Hold on.
At least in my opinion, I don't think of voices as like, wow, that's a bad voice. That's a good voice. That's a mediocre voice. No.
What is he talking about?
I don't think people. I don't think.
What
most
on
people
earth
think
is
like
he
that.
talking
Or
about?
unless someone's talking about their own voice, of course, because.
Your
I think
own
we can
voice,
all
of
agree
course.
That if we're trying to talk about our own voices or we hear our own voices,
Oh yeah.
we hate our own
I
voices.
like
it
the
very
sound of my
much.
own voice. I didn't used to.
Yeah,
My
it's a
problem
fine voice.
is that when I'm listening back to my voice on
I did not
like
notice
a
it.
recording, it doesn't sound like my
Oh, so
voice.
does that
That's
on
why I
my
don't like it.
Huh?
Oh, Spike. Yeah, sorry. Should I mute it? I can mute it again.
I honestly didn't.
There we go. He's starting soon. He should join General, I think, and then we can do stuff together. That'll be fun. And I need to put chat somewhere else. Here, let's see. My goodness, I have so many things open right now. There's a lot of things going on. Actually, I should make Zeta's stream small. Oh, but then you guys can't see. You know what? I'm just gonna make him the background. And I'm just gonna make my chat on the left side. There we go. That works. I'm literally stealing Zeta's stream. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna. I'll put him in this thing because I like putting stuff in this. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'll move over for you. There you go. Wait. No, he's gonna be on my head. There we go. I'm gonna tickle his chin with my little hair thing. I do have a calic. That's the reason why I put that there. I actually have 5 calics. Fun fact. But that was found out in one of our Jackbox fibbage about you. Anywho, to quickly finish up my story before he joins, basically there was this she would scat the song and it was just like it doesn't sound nice or whatever. Goodness, was there anything else specific that I was talking about that I need to? I'm gonna I'm gonna pull up Zeta's and let him know that I've got him.
Because
Oh no.
just realized.
Oh hey, it's my 2-month sub. Oh, there we go. Wait, where am I? Oh shoot, I don't have my earbuds, so I can't listen to him. Wait, what do you mean stop my sub? What are you talking about? I should make some emotes. Well, it's the same thing. Is he in general? No, he's not in general. So what's the point? Okay, whatever. The reason why I was in game is because my icon wasn't working in general for whatever reason. See, if I go to karaoke, it still works. Monk says, okay, now it's working in every single... It was only working in game for whatever reason. Alright, whatever. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to talk about before I join up with Zeta, I guess? I don't know. I didn't really talk about any of the things that I wanted to talk about. I went on so many different random tangents. Let's see. I did mention... What did I mention? I think the only thing that I really wanted to get into was more talking about, like, losing people or moving on, which is what I started with, but then I never actually went anywhere with. But yeah, I am going to probably... That would be a better one to talk to someone about, because, you know, I can tell stories or whatever about, like, past stuff or whatever, but stuff that's currently happening or, like, recently has happened, I think would be nicer for me to actually have someone to talk to about. Yeah, because I don't mind sharing old stories about my weird life or whatever, but yeah, I do want to get into some of that stuff eventually. To sort of tie things off, let's see. Talking about the one, yeah. So, and actually, that's the reason why I left choir, is because she was in choir, and that was like just close enough that it was like, oh, okay, like I get to see her or whatever, but it was uncomfortable. Also, I was failing because I can't read music, and so after 2 years, I was like, I like to sing, but trying to sing in a choir does not work. It's not fun, and it's not working for me. Also, there was so many times where, you know, my group with the boys, we're supposed to sing a certain thing or whatever, and they would just always mess up, and she would teach us to, like, do it differently or do it like this, and I'm like, yes, I understand, we're messing up, we need to do better, and you're teaching us the thing, yes. And the boys would be like, yeah, okay, and then they would change it, and then they would just go back to doing what they were doing before. And it got to the point that, oh, hello, my friend, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Sparrow?
Much better now that you're here.
Ooh.
I don't
Flattery
like
will
being
get you
alone.
nowhere.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay. How are you?
Good. I'm decent. I
No.
should say.
I was just telling a story about how in choir we were supposed to sing a thing, and there'd be like, don't take a breath there. And I'm like, guys, I really need you to not take a breath there, because if I'm the only one singing it, it's going to sound bad because I can't hit that note. But it was just like, what can you do? What? And it's like, you're supposed to keep going, but everyone would take a breath right there and not sing that, so it would just be me going, ah! I know, it was horrible.
Yeah. That's just choir in a nutshell, though. Like, in your sectional, there'll always be, like, certain places where everyone takes, like, a breath, but, like, one person will have, like, enough breath to keep going. It's just like, uh-oh.
I mean, that's
that
just
note.
school, that when you're in a group, you suffer because none of your own fault, but because other people just aren't doing stuff.
You're in a group, suffer.
Yeah, that's the reason why whenever I was in a group project, I would just do the project, and then I would have people present their slide or whatever that they thought they knew stuff about. But I would make it very obvious that I would be like, okay, and this is like, because I would present it basically, but I would let everyone do a different slide or whatever, and they would just stand there being like, okay, and like raise their arm and point at this thing. Because you're not supposed to read off of it. It's just supposed to be bullet points.
Yeah.
So I would bullet point it, and they'd be like, "Ah, yes, it's that," and then they'd go quiet, and then I would have to go into it because they didn't actually do any research. Anyways,
I'm just imagining like a group presentation where like one of the slides is literally just like, I don't know, like a horse or something on a canvas, or like a blank slide. It's just like, okay, this is yours. And they're just like, what was I supposed to say again? They just point up to the screen. This is a cow. Because they won't know. I mean.
And then at the very end, you do credits, and it's just like, research, me. Work, me. Presentation, me. Suffer.
Speakers, these two. Kind of.
See, the reason why I didn't do that is because I would get in trouble. Because they'd be like, well, you're supposed to work as a group. You can't do everything, otherwise they won't learn. Like, you're taking away their opportunity. Like, they're not helping. They're not going to help. Oh, my goodness. I would get in trouble.
Pencil go burr.
Pencil go burr?
Yeah, just when you're like, it's just like, okay, guys, we need to work together. They just pick up a pencil and, like, write down their name, and they're just like, I did it.
Yep.
My masterpiece.
Yep. Just put your name on it.
Just put your name on it. Okay. I did it. Can I get my credit now? No.
So what do you want to do for this time, basically?
Oh, we're doing the podcast?
You just want to... I mean, I'm podcasting. I wasn't sure what you wanted to do.
I was just planning on chatting.
Okay.
I'm only going to be here for like another 48 minutes because I don't have much time today.
Okay, so just an hour.
Overall.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to have you.
I'd be completely fine with that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it like you're joining my thing.
No, it's completely fine, in all honesty.
I like to hang out with you.
I like hanging out with you guys too, which is why I'm trying to make the most of it, even if I do have only a little bit of time.
Gotta make the most of it. Make the most of it.
Most of it, God. How did I forget? Oh my God. I'm sorry.
We are young. Life
God.
is
Oh my
fun. You gotta make the most of it. Make the most of it.
My mind was just like, I know that. Where's that from? And then my mind was just like, keep going, keep on going. I literally thought about that song a day or two ago.
Oh, wow.
Because I love Boy in a Band's thing, like songs. So just that one with James, it was really nice. I wish Boy in a Band still made content. I miss it.
I mean, did he stop or what?
Well, the thing with Boy in a Band is that he was one. I'm sure everyone's like heard at least one of his songs. Like anyone in either of our chats has probably heard a song like the one that blew up the most, which was "Don't Stay in School."
I have not heard that one.
You haven't? That
Nope.
one blew up hard. But yeah, he still makes contents with others because he like knows Rumi, people like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're all like musician friends and everything. But he's very clear, like he full on says like, yeah, my anxiety is really, really bad. My depression is really, really bad, and it gets in the way of their content. So about a year ago, or every once in a while, they try to come back a little bit, but then they like step back again. Pretty much at this point, they're only doing collaborations like with others to make songs.
Okay.
Which is still really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love their content though.
Trying to think of like anything
I'm choking on
specific.
water.
Oh goodness. I'm actually out of water. I need to go get some.
Not a bad idea.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
So what have you been talking to Chad about?
I asked people like I asked about like instruments that people have played and stuff. Have you played instruments, Sparrow?
Yeah.
May I ask which ones?
No. I was a percussionist because I cannot read music. But I
see.
understand rhythms and dynamics. And I can understand that really well. It's sort of like in drawing, there's so many different things to learn. But like being able to see stuff in a 3D space and shading, and like I can literally sculpt something on paper. That's sort of like my thing, being able to like see the range and things. But trying to understand and relate note and tone, which alone I struggle with, to a very specific dot on a line does not make sense to me.
Yeah. I used to be worse at... It's funny, because I learned sheet music with choir, like how to read notes and how to like write notes and everything. I thought I had forgotten completely after I had like a break for a year or so. Then I took a piano class, and I apparently still remembered most of it. But like I'm slowly relearning, forgetting, and then somewhat relearning things again every time I take any sort of musical class or just anything music related.
Yeah, they never taught us how to read music.
Oh really?
Nope.
That's oh wow.
Yeah, just like join band if you know how to read music. And I was like, I don't know how. Well, be a percussionist then. They really wanted me to be in band because my entire family is musical. And my sister is so musical, in fact, that she took choir and learned 50 instruments so that she's going to be a music major and actually teach music as her job later, maybe eventually, which is really cool. Yeah,
50?
She has the lungs for it.
Fluffy, yes, 50. You heard that correctly.
No, sorry, I was gonna say 15, and I'm like, actually, it's probably up to 20 or 25 now, isn't it? So I was gonna say 20, but I started with the 5, so I'm just like, screw it, 50. Let's make it hyperbole.
Let's go.
How the fuck 25?
Yeah. Like she knows most of the brass and woodwinds.
Clarinet.
Cause she started with trumpet or whatever.
Oh, interesting. Starting with trumpet.
Oh. Spike, thanks for putting that in the chat.
Oh, is it the band? Is it the band spam?
It's really good that I don't have chat showing on stream right now.
Don't worry, it doesn't show it to the rest of your stream unless you had it in your own view.
Spike used /ad block term N-word soft A, N-word hard R, Nazi,
don't worry. At least
simp.
it doesn't show.
Are these words that will get me banned?
I mean, technically the last one can, because of the stupid thing that Twitch added like a year ago. I still think that's kind of stupid, that Twitch kind of soft banned the word simp. As it's not bad, they're fine with it, but as soon as you use it as an insult, then they'll go after you for it. Which is Fluffy, how dare.
I am a simp.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, the word Negro is Spanish for black. It is not a bad word. When it is used in derogatory fashion to demean a person and be insulting, that's when it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, the word to describe a female dog, hey bitch, is not a bad word, but when it is used to describe someone or is orientated at a person, it is supposed to be taken as a derogatory language. I can literally call you a monkey wrench, and you would probably laugh at me, but in 10 years, it's going to be such a horrible thing that they're going to go back and delete this VOD.
10 years from now, just like, where's that VOD again? There it is.
Did he just call him a monkey wrench? How could they allow that back in those days? My goodness
Yeah.
gracious, people will just get upset by anything. It really doesn't
I
matter.
just think, yeah, I just thought it was funny how Twitch went after simp when it wasn't even being used derogatory anymore. It was just being used as a joke by everyone. And then
Well,
that's
I
when they
mean,
caught
so is the
Panda.
N-word. The N-word's being used as a joke. Like, nobody actually uses it
Yeah.
as a derogatory thing.
Well, they used to. That's a problem.
Oh,
And people still do
okay.
now.
You see, yeah, they used to. And so now if it's ever brought up again, oh. But it's fine to call us crackers.
I'm sorry.
It's
What?
completely fine to call white people crackers.
Something just got sent to me. What the fuck?
Oh, what happened?
Why? You ever wonder what people have to look up on certain websites for certain things to be recommended to them? Because I am worried about a friend now.
What
What the
happened?
fuck? Why did they send me this?
Alright, well, while you're struggling with that, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. What the I don't think the person who sent me this is in the stream, but if you are, you know who you are. Why? Why the fuck did you send me this? What the
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's
What's
not
the name?
you. Someone sent me screenshot of a certain website, and I worry now.
Oh,
Oh my.
Oh my. I don't like that with the context.
I have literally no context except I heard a
Yeah.
certain website. And I think
Let's
I know
just
which
say-
website that is.
What is it?
Can you guess which website? Because
Well, there's quite a few it could be, but I know it all originate
let's just say
all come from the
It's
same
not-
stuff.
no, actually. Of course, it's their Twitter timeline, which is of course what they had to send me, and the first two posts, which, God, humanity, how could you do this?
What happened?
Stuff back to them.
Let's just say I'm still questioning what someone sent me.
Okay.
Man, Twitter's such a fucking weird website. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
That's why I just don't use social media anymore. Like, at all. The only thing that I use is Discord.
I have Twitter because I made it for something else, and then a Facebook that I don't use. That I've literally never used, except for like making an account for other things.
I have Facebook. I can't remove it.
And why can't
Wait.
you remove it?
I don't know. It's the only function it has is disable, and no uninstall.
huh?
Well, that's what
Yeah,
you do. You
wait.
disable it.
I want to uninstall it though.
You mean
do
from
have
your
an
phone?
app installed?
By my own will? No. Of
Wait,
course,
wait.
yes.
Fluffy, what do you have? Is it downloaded to your computer?
I have a phone.
It's
I
downloaded
mean,
to your phone? It won't let you delete the app.
Oh, what's your phone brand?
Oh, that's a good question, actually, yeah. Because that's whack if it just
Because if
doesn't
it's
let
an
you uninstall
iPhone,
it.
as opposed to an Android,
I mean, on iPhone, you literally just click it, hold down, and then uninstall. Like, nothing can stop you from doing that because they won't have permissions.
no,
That's
I'm pretty
whack.
sure. Like, I don't remember what brand it is, but I think there is a brand that owns Facebook, so it's automatically put on your phone because of
Oh.
Facebook Messenger. Like that's
Oh,
your
wait,
yeah, that's your default
wait.
messenger.
I know what you're talking about, too.
I don't know what brand it is though, because I don't know who
what it
owns it.
is either. I'm looking it up. I'm looking up your. Welcome to tech support.
Hey, Spike, do you want to go ahead and ban all other bad words in my chat? Let's make it.
Some that are auto banned, but you can
I think
check
I-
the banned words in Twitch.
If I knew how to do that, I would.
Ban every bad word ever.
Give me a list and I can do it for you.
I don't want to say it.
Then just send me a DM then.
Okay, so looking it up.
I don't
It
want to
seems-
just send you a bunch of words, Spike.
So looking it up, I'm assuming your phone is a Samsung phone, Fluffy.
Maybe.
Because it seems like Android and mostly Samsung phones. Samsung full on just won't let you uninstall Facebook.
Yeah.
That is.
It's a feature.
That is it's a feature. Oh. God.
Yep, it's a Samsung.
That is. Ew.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, that's like so bad. Like,
That you know what that's tantamount to, right?
what?
Microsoft account.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You need a Microsoft account to do everything now. It's really annoying.
Yep.
Now we've got like Minecraft
that's-
points and Dogecoin.
You
And
wanna
mine
look great?
coins.
Goddamn Microsoft account for Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft account for Minecraft. I feel like that at least makes the most sense.
I got a
Like-
I got a Minecraft account before I had to get a Microsoft account.
But now
And
it
they're
makes
still
sense
not
to
connected.
own by everything. Yeah. Well, until they require you to, which I think is soon actually, since that is coming up. Yeah, the best thing, because I looked it up. I'm looking further into it, Fluffy. Facebook doesn't even like own Samsung or anything. The only reason is because Facebook full on is just paying Samsung every year so that they can't allow you to uninstall it.
That's so damn dumb.
That's very dumb.
Dang dumb.
Although I mean it is a Android phone, so you could just root it. I mean that's like the only thing. Luckily Android is very versatile comparatively to iOS, and this comes from someone who has quite a few ties to Apple. But yeah. Is Doctor going to join? I don't know.
Okay.
Uh,
I just have a question, but I want to do it while everyone's here.
because Doctor did text me, but I don't. Give me a second. Texting time.
Oh. Sing a song while you do it.
I am texting, and this is the texting song. Do do do.
You're better than me. I was actually gonna sing that exact song. I cannot do two things at once though. I can't talk
Okay.
and type.
I sent a thing to Doctor, and we'll see if Doctor joins or not.
Hmm.
Oh, I should probably say if you want to join. Whoopsie.
What did you
If
say?
want to join. I said we are in a call in the server, by the way, just without context.
Hmm.
Perfect. I can speak.
Get on
now.
here. This is your job.
Get over here. I don't pay.
Where are you?
I don't pay you just to stay and not go into the call.
What are you doing that is so important?
What the dog doing?
What the
dog
IRS
doing?
Doctor says we'll join in a bit.
Alright. Yeah, I'm getting better at doing mimicry of memes and stuff. What the dog doing?
The,
IRS doing?
what the dog doing? I am committing
The
tax
IRS
fraud.
coming through
Thank you
your
very
taxes.
much. The IRS? Oh no.
They know you've committed tax fraud.
Whoa, 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 whoa. They don't know anything. You can't prove anything.
They know you owe millions.
Oh god. And where would those millions be coming
FBI.
from? Seriously, I want to know how I can get millions, please.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Oh man, now I'm thinking of songs again. Damn it.
Oh, what kind of
Oh,
songs are
God.
you thinking about? Where did
Probably
Rosie
not.
go? Rosie! Rosie, come back. Rosie, come back. Don't walk away from me. Rosie, come back.
You want to know what? You want to know what meme I just learned today?
Why?
What's that?
Hold on, look at myself. It goes something like this.
What is that?
You smell like a baka.
No. Stop it.
Don't mind
Stop
me.
it.
Just a
Get
little
some
more.
help.
Oh god, it's
I'm-
the FBI.
Now, I may or may not have put that as a redeem on my channel.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Baka,
they're
baka,
just trying to-
baka. You smell like a baka.
You smell like a baka.
Like a baka.
Ekum bokum.
Ekum bookum. Ekum bookum.
God. I need to play Crash again. I have the Insane Trilogy on my Switch.
Same.
I actually have... God.
Boogada
Oh yeah, never
Boogada.
play Crash Bash, by the way. Just
Boogada.
Yes,
Also,
it
real quick, can we look in
bad.
screenshots real quick? This is
Screenshot?
yeah, this is my desktop. Right, this is literally what I'm looking at. If you notice, I I have Chrome open in the background so I can see my Twitch chat. Then I've got Discord
Oh,
open so I
God.
can see the current channel that we're in. Yet I have it lowered so I can see my viewer count. And then I've got my OBS open so I can actually watch what people are watching in real time.
Oh Jesus.
This is my normal setup. Fluffy says, "Ha, loser, I just need a phone." Well, you know, I can just stream and not look at it, but people get testy.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I know a lot of people that, because
I just wanted to
People like
share
don't
what
have
I'm
a
looking
second.
at right now.
I know a lot of people that if they don't have a second monitor, they'll like set up a tablet or an iPad or like a phone just to like look at chat and everything.
Oh, yeah, I use my phone to look at chat when I'm gaming or whatever, but the problem with that is that I can't actually see what the stream is. Like what they're actually seeing, so that's a problem. Unless I was watching one of your streams and then you raid me, so it goes and shows my, like if I have it in the smaller or whatever. But yeah.
So what you're saying is we need to buy you a monitor.
Oh
That's what I'm
no,
hearing.
like no, I don't
Sure
like.
about that?
I would not use it.
Why not?
Because having an additional monitor there is just annoying. I would never use it. I would have it powered off constantly
Really?
and would only use it if I'm like streaming or whatever. But like I don't need to because I can just tab to OBS to select what's being selected. Like the only reason I would
Seriously?
need a second monitor is so that I can see what the I understand that having a dual monitor is nice and is important and helps. The problem is that every other second of my life that it's sitting there, it would just annoy me because I'm like, I don't need another monitor because I don't enjoy having more monitors. Like I don't need to have like a panorama of different tabs open. I just need one monitor. I understand it's important, and I would use it, and it would work out well. I would just rather prefer to turn on my second computer here.
Wait,
But
you
I
have a
don't.
second computer?
No.
Wait, I swear.
Okay. I have a gaming computer, and I have a writing computer.
Huh?
I have a computer that doesn't have internet connection, but I just like write with. And it's got like a nicer keyboard set up to it that feels better when I'm typing. What? I have a completely separate PC for when I'm just writing stories to when I'm gaming. The problem is that this computer is like set up more, so I tend to, use this one more. But I really only turn it on if I'm going to play games, because I don't really watch YouTube on my computer, and I also don't really do anything else on my computer. But I do have tabs open so that I can check my email and like some other stuff. And hey, doctor.
What's up? Oh shit! I got
Bobbity boopy.
I feel like I could be anywhere else.
Babushka.
Baba Bushka.
The FBI is here for you.
So.
Hi, nice to meet you. This is my Baba Bushka.
God.
Baba.
Yep.
Baba Duke.
The FBI knows what I did. They were in on it.
Does that sound like really terrible going through this mic? I'm sure it does.
It goes through.
Duke. I don't think it's picking up the graveliness of my voice that I'm doing. Baba Duke.
Better, nerd. Easy. I just fixed it for you.
Just remember better, Fivehead. Jesus.
Just use your memory. Fixed.
Just fixed memory. Welcome back, Rosie.
Just be better, Fivehead.
Just be perfect.
Okay.
Just achieve perfection.
It's not that hard. God.
I do it like every Saturday.
I do it like every day, dude. It's not that hard.
God. There's actually someone that would be like that.
Yeah. Me.
Also, who's looking at my stream right now?
I'm so
I
pulling
have
up
it in
on
a
your
separate
guys'
tab.
streams.
That was a lot of people saying a lot of different answers.
I have it in a separate tab that's not currently the
I'm
main
looking at your
tab.
stream now.
Yeah, because I don't have any viewers right now.
Besides me.
Yeah. Well, now I
Me
have
now.
you as a second viewer, but
me,
for now
hey,
it's just
3.
me. Oh, do I have 3 viewers now?
You do have.
It's
three.
Now you
it's
have
only
infinite.
showing that I have 2. It just went up to 2.
It takes a long ass time. to
Yeah.
All right.
Streamlabs and Twitch both like to be annoying.
do. Streamlabs more so than Twitch.
Anywho,
Yeah.
I currently have Doctor separated from the 3 of us by my dancing duck gif. Should I move it so that
Yeah.
I'm the one that's separated?
No.
No,
Or should I just get rid
probably-
of the gif?
It's fine.
No, the duck. The duck takes priority
Doctor gets the
over
gif.
everyone.
It's his. It's
Doctor
his.
always gets... No. Duck always gets priority. Fuck, I almost said the wrong thing.
Wow. Damn.
I mean,
like that.
Doctor. Wait,
Wait. Oh, fuck. Gotta change my stream name real quick. Hold on, gotta change my Discord name. Oh,
My. Are you changing it to Doctor?
no.
Okay.
I'm too lazy and I don't know how.
In Discord, it's really easy.
Yeah.
You
I'm sure I
literally
can
just
figure
click
it
on
out,
yourself
but-
and you change it.
don't worry, I
There we
changed
go.
it for you.
Cool. All right.
I changed it for you.
No, that's just the nickname. Anywho, the point of me bringing this up is that I've got like the 4 of us up here, but I also have a GIF up, and it was just sort of over on the right. But when I put the 4 of us in, it like fit right into a space. But now it looks like the Doctor's over in the corner, separated by the GIFs. I'm like, is he like not part of the group? Should I like get rid of the GIF? Should I put the
Is
GIF
this-
all the way on the far side? so that we're evenly spaced out, or should I put myself over, like, separated by the GIF or whatever? And Doctor's like, it's mine, my duck.
My duck. Mine duck.
Also, where did Fluffy go?
Oh.
Is that nickname for everything or just you?
Just here.
Just you. That's fine then. I'll leave it. Also, I don't know how to change it back. So.
Oh wait.
I know how to do it, but I can't do it because I don't have any permissions in here. Speaking of which,
There, that's better. You're actually the evolution of Doctor, so you're Doctor 365.
No,
One
I don't
above.
like that. It bothers me.
go back. I want to be monkey.
You can fuck with Doctor all you want, but you don't change the 364. It's illegal.
All right, will do. Go. I'm gonna go fuck a doctor.
No! Fine! They have to be multi-
All of a sudden, I hear a ring at the door.
FBI, open up.
FBI! Oh, God. I need my sound pad
FBI,
open.
open up.
It's a very nice knocking for the FBI.
Me when I accidentally
Just a little.
deleted one of the bots.
Hello,
in Discord.
FBI.
Hello?
Open up, please.
Please, could you open up the door for me?
It was
I really
totally worth
appreciate
it
it.
though. I might have. Remember when I deleted one of your bots, Zeta?
Oh, yeah.
I accident. I was trying to give myself like a fun roll, just a fun roll, and I ended up deleting your rhyme bot by accident.
Are those the knockin'? Oh, shit.
But it was worth it. 'Cause now I'm the hero of rhyme.
I said the hero of time.
That's what the hero of rhyme.
I don't need no soda, Sheila. I'm gonna be just fine. Hey, listen, Nick. Shh. I got my beats and jams. Gonna take in and down now. No thanks to you, old man.
This girl lag is not doing any favors here. Link, thank God.
Oh, you need my skills? Oh, damn, Marvin's no problem. An octave rocks and a poppy got. Get that trifles tomorrow, but first I gotta do a pop and lock. When I see you in our knuckle, I'ma buckle up my pants. Alright, anyways. Shall we move on to my question? My topic of discussion that I would like to bring up.
Spike is not currently here, by the way.
Oh. Well, we can
'cause
get
Spike can
started
say be right
without Spike, I suppose. I just wanted to do it while we're all here.
Fuck Spike.
Well, it's sort of relevant
Who
because...
needs them?
Alright,
I-
wait,
Wait. Did you just say that was relevant?
Hold on.
Give me a second. I need to review.
Relevant? Did you say that was relevant?
I was saying that this question that I have is relevant currently because the question that I have for everyone is...
How big are you?
I didn't even hear what you said.
Good thing you missed it.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Nice, Rosie.
I wanted to ask everyone how they got their name and what does it mean. Like, where did it come
mine's
from?
gonna be disappointing.
Oh, all right. Let's start with you then. What's Zeta sign?
It's literally nothing. It's literally just two random different things put together. Like, I like Z's, and I was like, Zeta. I like Zeta. Cool. What should I add after that? Oh, what about the sign function? Sure. Boom. Zeta sign.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Told you mine, didn't I?
Zeta is the sixth letter of the Greek alphabet. Is a value of 7. It's
then
derived
sign.
from the Phoenician letter Zayin. Okay.
That.
So it's literally just a random nothing that doesn't mean anything.
It's literally just random nothing. My old username used to have somewhat of a meaning, but
Okay.
I don't use that for a reason.
Well, I've got many different names. So hello, Spike. What does your name mean, and where did it come from?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Spicy Spikester.
Okay, so where did I start it?
Wait,
From the
okay.
beginning.
Beginning.
It started from
beginning too.
RuneScape.
Oh.
Well,
That
I
actually
remember
makes
playing
sense now that I
those,
think about it.
I think RuneScape was the first thing I made. Like in terms of like a separate account, I wanted it to sound like tough at the time. So I thought, what's tough? What sounds like a tough thing? Spikes. Spikes sound tough. They're from Mario. They hurt Mario. They
It's like
sound
opening a can.
I was like, yeah. So I was like, but it just can't be Spike. And then like when I was inputting my username, I was like, okay, here's here's a suggestion, Spikester. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll call you Spikester. It's like, oh wait, that's taken. Add some numbers at the end. Okay, whatever. And then
I hate doing that.
That has been my thing, like going on from then on since middle school, and even up until now. But later on, I thought, it doesn't seem unique. What if I remove all the vowels in Spikester, and then it'll be unique. And then
Really
I thought,
unique.
okay, whatever. I acted on impulse to remove all the vowels in my name, so that's where that part was. But then I thought, okay, it still doesn't seem to me. It still needs like a kick. You know what I mean?
It needs that
It needs-
flavor.
it needs that
I
flavor.
get it.
Some more
Spicy.
Spice. He's spicy. Like, yeah.
Oh,
This is history.
that's. Oh.
Oh.
That'd be so...
Oh,
No, no,
oh,
not starting that.
oh. Stop.
Oh.
Oh god, what have I started?
Yes. I feel like I've already told you why I have mine.
I think you.
Have you? Yours has been the one that I'm most curious about. Like, why are you a doctor?
No, I've definitely
Because
told
he's
you.
a doctor.
Who did I tell?
You've
Maybe you
me.
did tell me and I've forgotten.
Besides Zeta, obviously you know.
And
You
Rosie.
told me.
Yeah, you've told Rosie. I think you said it. I think you. The thing is that you never.
Was that
emphasize
Rosie's
it,
voice?
But you, like,
I
say
missed
Yeah,
it.
that
I was
Rosie's
looking at
voice.
something else.
No,
Yeah.
there was somebody that I specifically they asked me, "Why is that your name?" It was you, Sparrow. It was during one of.
It
those
was
streams when I playing
probably me. I
Minish Cap.
just don't
It was
remember.
me. I specifically asked you.
Well, yeah, I know I told you, Rosie, but it was when Sparrow was during my stream when I was playing Minish Cap and we were talking. One of the questions you asked was about my username. I'm pretty sure. But my username is, well, as a kid I was like, oh, I really like Doctor Who, so I'll be. the
That's
Doctor.
right. That's right.
I'll be the Doctor, and it'll be cool. And then I was like, well, I can't just be the Doctor. That's stupid. So I was like, Doctor, and then legitimately, I was like, what are numbers that are cool? And 364 was the thing that popped in my head. That was
Yep.
the first thing I thought
Yep.
of.
I remember
So
you telling me this now.
I just tacked it on at the end and was like, that's good. And then that way, when I'm chatting with people, at least and at the time I was like, people will just call me Doctor, and it'll be like, I'm the Doctor, because people are just calling me that, and it'll be awesome.
So, did it work?
There's a little hitch. There's a hitch in my plan. I don't play any multiplayer games or any online games. So,
You play with us.
well, I mean, no, I mean, I do now. I do now, but but I mean, before I had Discord, before I had all this stuff, I played Xbox. I played single player Xbox 360 games, and that was pretty much it. So I didn't have a need for my use. Actually, my username on Xbox 360 is Dipper Pines 2003. Because that's just the year I was born, and then just Dipper Pines. I don't even remember why. I think I was just like, Gravity Falls is cool.
Gravity Falls fun. Dipper Pine.
Do you want us to call you the Doctor?
The Doctor. No, I mean, it's easier for people to just call me Doctor, or Doc, or whatever.
Yeah, I always call you Doctor.
Sure,
But every
sure,
single
Doc.
time though, I think of an actual doctor, and I'm like, this. No offense, but this guy doesn't seem like he has any relation with healing or helping
I
people.
don't think this man has ever been I don't believe this man's ever been in medical school.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, why is this man a doctor? Let alone the 364th. Yeah, I
Yeah,
keep
no,
forgetting.
no,
You
no,
told me it was Doctor Who. It's like, yes.
But I mean, that was just when I was a kid. I
Why
guess I
is he
would
called the
change-
Doctor?
That's the name he chose when he on Gallifrey. When you become a certain, when you turn 16, I think you choose the name that you want to be called as.
So
That's
it's
also
literally
why
just a name. He doesn't know about the profession.
No, it's just the name that he came up with because he wants to be seen as like a healer or like a helper, someone that helps people.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Cool.
why the Master picked the name the Master, because he wants to rule the world, like he wants to rule the universe and have people like, under him.
I don't know
I
anything
guess
about
I
Doctor
would-
Who.
Me.
Oh, kinky.
No.
Oh.
You're under me. I guess I would change my name, but like realistically, I like my name. It's fine. It's catchy. It's easy
Yeah,
to say.
it is.
I don't know what I would change it to. Like realistically, I
exactly.
have no idea.
Doctor 364. Come on.
Yeah, there we go.
I changed my name a lot. Speaking of which, should I go into the long history of the different names I've used?
If you wanted to check.
So I legitimately was very bad at naming things. I'm bad at starting things. Like, so trying to name things in my stories has always been difficult. So when I had to come up with like a username, like one that I would stick with, because normally when I play like a game, it's like, oh, I'm gonna cosplay this person, so I'll just call it that or whatever. But like coming up with like an identity for me and who I am was very difficult. So the first thing that I started with was Pakamarari, which is a combination of the Picari and the Kakama, which are bionicle masks. Which I've made one iteration of, and I can put it in art sometime if you really want me to. Actually, I think I've got it right here in my Dropbox, maybe. Maybe not. Oh yeah, here it is.
Box to the rescue.
I'm just gonna put it in screenshots.
Up it like it's a box.
Yeah. So this is really cool because it's one of the art pieces that I actually did when I was like really into computer art. Because this is literally just white, and then I just shaded it by hand in Photoshop. So yeah, that's why that's kind of cool.
Imagine having the money for Photoshop.
I didn't. I had it from when I was working in.
Illegally downloaded it.
No. In school, I had it from when I was in school. Yeah. And then when I tried to get it from college with the discount or whatever, I was paying for not Photoshop. I was paying for the entire Adobe library, which was like really expensive. And then I lost my
Adobe library. They call it the Adobe Suite. Because
whatever.
Of course they do.
They called it library when I got it. Anywho, this is a low res picture of it, but basically, yeah, this was all hand done because I can shade things and it makes it look pretty cool. Yeah. So that's all white and then hand shaded by me. So the Pakamarari is basically the Kakama is the mask of strength, and no, the Kakama is the mask of speed. The Picari is the mask of strength. So like speed and strength are like really cool things that I always identified with, and it's like time and space of like master whatever. Yeah, it's bionicle, so it's like weird lore stuff or whatever, but I really like it. Anywho, that's basically been my name since I made my YouTube channel, which has been like 3 years now or something. And that's just sort of something that I decided on as like a placeholder because I couldn't think of anything for the longest time, and I'm like, I'll just change it sometime when I think of like a really good name that matches me or whatever. And that's just really what my channel has been forever. And it's actually still the name that I use on most things, like making accounts and whatnot. It's just Pakamarari. And then, lately I've been using Sparrow, just because I really wanted to change it. And when I lost that friend group, I wanted to make a change, basically. So I changed to Sparrow, and I got I bought an art of someone drawing a sparrow for me, so I could use it as my background or whatever. So that's what you guys have mostly known me as, is Sparrow, basically. The reason why I've changed my name recently, and I don't change my name a lot. You know, a lot of people change their icons or their names and do random memes or whatnot. I don't.
Yeah.
I only do it when it's like a specific turning point in my life. And I've changed my name to Sparse, but it wouldn't let me do that, so I did Sparse Fellow, which is sort of close to Sparrow, so people could still recognize me. Because for a while I was like, should I do Sparrow Fellow, or you know, Fellow Sparrow, or is it like something weird besides Sparrow, but just like Sparrow's easy and simple and recognizable. The reason why I changed to Sparse is because it seemed like a cool word. Actually, let me just find the definition of sparse and what it actually means real quick. Thinly dispersed or scattered, meager at best, you know, very barely there, basically. And that's sort of how I felt recently, because like I've been struggling with stuff, and that's why my icon is the way it is, like without a face, which is kind of like an idea for my icon that I've been wanting to do for a while, which was Mr. Nobody, but I've never actually got around to do the art for it. So that's probably who I will change to, unless I just go back to Sparrow, because I don't know. I don't really care at this point, but I'll go with whatever I'm most recognized at, which I think is Sparrow. But how do you guys feel about Mr. Nobody? I feel like I brought this up. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
was
brought it
going to
up before.
change to Mr. Nobody, but because it seemed like a cool little thing to do, but I don't know if it seemed like too dark for like the content that I'm trying to go which is uplifting, which is why I stayed with Sparrow for so long. But
It works. I mean, the thing with usernames is that even
One can
with
even say just works.
Dr. Y. With usernames, the nice thing is that it's more or less just something that you get called by. Like, yes, you can make it relate to like the content you make, but it doesn't have to be. Like what is their username? Oh yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. Like one popular example, or like one that really blew up recently, Corpse Husband. They originally made their name because they used to read creepypastas and like horror stories.
I thought it was because they like Corpse Bride.
Yeah, not quite.
Well,
They
just
just
like
tried to make
their
it dark.
husband.
And that but of course, if you've seen any of their content like from when they've blown up, that's not exactly what they do anymore.
Yeah, they hang out with people, which is pretty
Yeah, they
cool.
hang out with people. They tried to be really happy, and then I do think the name, I think they mentioned that also has to do with like their numerous medical conditions and how it kind of relates to that. But again, it's just a name. It's not
Right.
relating to their content.
It doesn't have to mean anything. The important thing is that it is like your image and like who you relate to, and you know, sometimes it is something random like Hypernova Puma, you know, just like a random gamer tag that you had on Xbox. But I think I'm like too serious about things, so probably doesn't
I think
mean
it also
anything.
depends on, because I think, at least for me, the time when I realized, oh wait, I actually really want to change my nickname from like my old one, was within a game where I was just like, I'd rather get called this than this. It just resonates, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm changing it. I mean, hell, if you think that you'd respond to it better just overall, then go with it. I mean, hell.
Well, I don't really care what I get called by, necessarily. Like, I feel like even if I changed my image or my name or whatever, you guys would still call me Sparrow, which is fine. I think the only thing that I dislike about Sparrow is when people call me Jack Sparrow. Like, that irritates me.
I've
Or
never
Captain
heard of
Captain
people
Sparrow.
do that.
Yeah, it happens very rarely, but when it does, it just kind of irks me. Like it happened when I got these 2 new players in my D&D campaign. One of them called me, "All right, got to be a part of here, Captain." I'm just like, gosh dang it, no. And I'm like, I'll just ignore it. And they like kept calling me Captain. I'm like, all right, can you please stop? And they're like, oh, I didn't realize it bothered you. I'm like,
Slowly
well,
starts
now I
taking
feel
knives
bad.
out from under each table. What'd you
Yeah.
say there, buddy? I really hate to do this, you guys, but I do have to go.
Yeah, no, I was just about to
Oh,
say
okay.
that. But yeah, basically then to end my thought, I just thinking like it doesn't really matter as long as like people know who you are. That's basically it.
I did want to end like with my thought about my name.
God.
Okay, so when I was looking at usernames, I wanted to make sure that I was unique. But after looking at my name, like, I wonder how many people are named Spicy. And then the first thing that comes up is a verified user that goes by just Spicy. And I'm like, either I could do two things. One, I could just go by Spikester, but then people might say stick, and then in some derogatory terms, it's like weird. Or I could do a plan B where I do the same thing with Spikester and I splice a name. So it's like Spy space C, so it's Spicy, and that kind of spelling.
Well, do you identify more with Spicy or Spikester? Because whenever I read it, I always read it as Spicy Spikester, but I always call you Spike.
I always forget the spicy part's even there.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
I'm so used to calling you Spike.
Which is why I'm like on the fence with this. Like I could do
right, because I feel like Spicy is the adjective for Spikester, which is originally your name. Remember from like RuneScape. So up to you.
Yeah, that's my thought.
If you changed your name to just Spicy, I would still call you Spike probably for a long
Yeah.
time.
No, I can't just do Spicy because there's someone who already just goes by Spicy. They have like 30,000 followers or something.
You could do Spike C.
Steal their channel.
Doctor No.
Become spicy.
Just get them banned.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Doctor No.
That's the real strat.
Not Sparrow, no.
Get them to video call you, and then never mind. I'm not gonna finish my statement.
And then blackmail them. And then find out where they live.
And then blackface them.
Wait a minute.
Oh, hey, Zeta's rating me. Yay! Now I'm gonna have viewers.
Sorry that I had to mute.
Oh, that's fine.
That's okay.
Oh, there's no time for Garfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really
there's
have to get going.
All right, see you next time then.
Alright,
See y'all
bye.
next time, which will probably be tomorrow if you guys are able to talk at all. But
Nah,
we'll
well,
see.
I'm not-
No,
I'm
I'm
not gonna
actually
see you tomorrow.
I'm leaving tomorrow forever. I won't be
Dang.
here anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
But
I'm
that's what
definitely
I'm
not.
doing tomorrow.
Let's leave forever together. Oh my god, what's happening right now?
What if we? God.
What if we all abandon humanity together?
I was just
JK,
What if we
College.
all just
Jesus.
return to monkey?
JK, unless.
I love that. Unless.
Unless, like. But yeah, I gotta go.
See you
Y'all have a
tomorrow,
good
Joe.
night, okay?
Alright,
Bye-bye.
Zeta.
Bye.
Hey, I still only have 2 viewers. Nobody joined the raid.
I was part here, so.
You might need to refresh then, because if you're watching someone else's, it doesn't count for watching. You can only watch one person at a time.
Whack.
I've been watching. I've been modding.
Macaroni.
I've been modding your channel and someone else's at the same time.
Rips.
Oh.
Unless you have them open on... Hey, now I've got 5 viewers. Unless you've got them open on completely separate windows or, the applications. Or, like, if you got one on your phone and one on your computer, that works. But having it, like, in the same tab, it doesn't work. Or same... Yeah, anywho.
Same window with different tabs.
Yeah. Same window, different tabs. Doesn't work. Anywho. What are you guys going to do the rest of this evening?
I have to get ready for tomorrow. I have an early day.
Oh, like work or whatever?
Something like that.
Yeah, same. What about you, Doctor?
I don't know. I was planning on streaming, but I don't know if I'll end up streaming or not. I gotta finish, There Is No Game. I'm on the last chapter.
Oh, cool. How's it
And then
going?
tomorrow.
I just want to say I'm sorry if I seemed like angry in your chat. Like, some of it is just like I have a problem when I like watch things that I already know the answer to, or
Same.
watching a Hallmark movie where it's like the same thing, where it's like, oh, she falls in love with this new random guy or whatever. It's just so upsetting to try and watch that I just can't do it because it just makes me cringe or whatever. So like trying to watch Doctor like try and slowly figure it out was
When the
upsetting for me.
answer
But
was
like,
just like right there.
well, no, it's just that like, why don't you just go solve it already? It's like they don't know. Like, you wouldn't do any better, obviously, but like if you already know the answer, watching someone else try to do it is not fun for me. Some people
Yeah,
do.
I
Some
get
people, like to watch other people like, hey, I solved this, now I want to watch you try and solve it. Like, that can be fun, but not for me. Like, I don't know why. It just like makes me upset, I guess.
Now, that being said, I feel like I should tell Doctor like what to do on where he left off last night.
Oh, where
But
did
then
he leave
again,
off?
I feel like I should just hold back, let him see what
Oh,
happens.
for the quiz
Because
part.
yeah, at that part,
What is it?
because you've seen the whole game, right?
Yes.
Sparrow?
Yeah.
He just went to the quiz and he ended at the quiz.
Okay. I don't remember what the quiz.
The quiz was it was just like a 3-question quiz, and then that's where Doctor ended.
Okay.
Now, I don't know.
That's
if-
not enough
Fingers
context, but okay.
Now
I'll
the
click
thing
on that.
is, I don't know if he has to restart now or if he's
Nah,
again
I
able to
don't.
continue.
No, it saves.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's saved.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah,
Well, it was weird.
Because
the original
weird.
of this game was very simpler. Since he's like redone it and done it all nice and put it on Steam, like there's a lot of stuff like an autosave and like all this
Well, it's
different
weird
stuff.
that because when I loaded the game after it like said I deleted my save file, it like full reset the game, and I was like, did it reset?
It's a feature.
But then when I,
that's a part where I want to say something, but I also don't want to say something.
but then when I looked at it a second time, it looked like they were all there. So
Like I said, that's the part where I want to say something, but I can't say it. I don't want to spoil you, but at the same time, I want to help you progress.
okay, I can keep playing though, right? Because that's literally all I care about.
Are you gonna play right now? Or...
No, I mean unless I start streaming right now. But I mean like can I keep going or do I have to do the whole thing again?
I mean, you
That's-
should be fine.
That's what I don't know, because you're
So I don't
supposed
wanna-
to do something, but it looks like you might have to restart from the quiz. But we'll just have to see. That's why I'm like on the fence of like wanting to say something, but I don't want to ruin the story for you.
It might have
That's
just
why-
because
I just
'cause
can't wait
reset
until
it, but
you play Not a Game 2. That one was really good.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I'll have to take a look at it. I just got this one because it was on sale like a month ago or whatever. So I got it. So I was like, oh, that looked kind of interesting. I'll pick it up.
I really want to play like a group game, like Goose Goose Duck again or something.
Yeah, that was fun.
Actually, I like Goose Goose Duck. I find it more fun than Among Us.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think
the
because-
most important thing is that there's more roles.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
rules
not
are what sell
it's
it.
not just imposter versus crewmate. It's more
Yeah.
like the crewmates, but they have different jobs.
Well, there's
And the
mods
imposters,
for
they
Among Us
also
that
have
get
different jobs.
glitch and witch and whatnot and all these different things.
But who has time to download mods for a free mobile app? You
Yeah,
would have to
exactly.
actually buy the game and then be able to do mods. Who has time for that?
Yep. What were we
It's
saying?
fun. We need more people though.
Yeah. I mean, we've
It'd be
got
more
5 people
fun.
in this call.
It's true. It'd be more fun with like a bullet because what was the
I can't stick around tonight.
Oh, that's
what was
right.
the what was the max we got the other day? Like 7. That was a decent amount, but it would still be more fun with like a whole like
Yeah,
like a
proximity
entire
chat is
lobby.
important.
I do want to explain the last match that I was in because I wasn't able to talk at the time. I do want to explain what exactly happened. So, remember when you guys called an emergency meeting when the chandelier fell?
What?
Remember when, I think that was with Sparrow. Sparrow, do you remember that?
I mean, there was like 2 times an emergency meeting was called. I don't remember it being Oh,
You remember?
yeah.
Please tell me. Okay. All right. So I was the imposter at that time.
Yeah,
was
I
like,
knew.
Okay, I'm exploring all my buttons. I wonder what this button does. I click on the toggle chandelier. I'm like, huh, neat. That did a thing. I don't know what that did, but it did a thing. And then you called an emergency meeting when you were sussing out someone. I'm like, oh, that's what the chandelier did. That was the emergency meeting at that point. And then I realized, oh, my role is I'm a killer, but no one sees the bodies that I kill. So
Oh.
okay, I wonder how I can do this. So I'm like walking around just exploring the map because I actually don't know the map. And then I see Gingy.
Same.
I kill Gingy immediately. The body isn't shown. I'm like, okay, that happened. I walk around. On a small high, I see Clover. Oh, my cooldown just
On a
ended.
small high.
I kill Clover. Oh, okay. My high increased. And then I like walk around a little bit more, and then Sparrow starts talking to me. Hey, Spike, there's this body over here. What do you happen to see kill?
Yeah, there was 2 dead bodies because you killed someone's lover. It fell down in front of me and Doctor.
Yeah,
And
me and Sparrow were talking, and then a body just dropped in front of both of us, and we were both like, did you just did you just fucking kill someone?
And then I killed you, and then there was 2 bodies. Like, well, time to leave. And I walked over, saw Spike, and I was like, hey, Spike, come look, I found 2 dead bodies.
And
like
I
trying to
probably
cover it
stabbed
up.
Sparrow in the back.
Yep.
That, kids, is how we make fun.
And that was my kill run.
Remember when we won instantly, Spike? That was a good round.
That was fun.
That was hilarious.
My favorite was being the camouflager.
Oh yeah.
There was a good moment that I got Zeta, and you 2 were both doing tasks at the same table. I transform into Zeta. None of you notice. I walk out of the room. I walk back. I walk through the room several times. You guys don't know. So I just stand there and wait for you guys to get done. And then Zeta's like, "Wait, hold on." And then I just walk away.
It was literally just like, I think I saw me run away, and then all of a sudden I saw you, and I was like, where the fuck did Sparrow come from? And then
I went up, changed, came back, and I was like, oh hey guys, I just walked past Spike because I was trying to suss Spike that entire round. Oh, earlier that round, I had camouflaged myself as Spike, walked into the room where I called the fire. You guys had put out the fire, and I killed someone as Spike, and then you guys did the body, called the body, and then no one noticed that Spike was there. They're like, there's 4 people up there. Oh, but maybe 1 person died. I was just like, oh my goodness. Because you guys just didn't notice. Oh, it was so infuriating.
There was one role that I just didn't like, and it was called the Vulture. And it
Oh,
Oh
has
yeah,
the
I got vulture. It's very confusing.
no, as the vulture, you're just supposed to eat bodies, and that's it. You don't get tasks. You just have to eat bodies. And I'm like, what the hell can I do?
Vulture
I'm
can
like,
also just kill people normally as well.
I couldn't kill people no matter what I did.
hmm.
Oh really? I got vulture and it just let me like kill people.
If
And I was
there's
just
like
okay.
20 people in a group and there's like it's nice to have more roles, I suppose. But like if you log into a game and everyone gets a role, getting stuck as vulture is not good.
Yeah, but I was vulture at one point, and I'm like, I can't do anything. I don't remember who is the bad guy. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm just gonna walk around. And I think it was just down to the three of us, and you two were just sussing each other out. And I'm like, I'm just gonna eat my non-existent body, which I wanted to use as popcorn here.
Sparrow sussing me. No, I was like, we have
Oh
physical
come on.
proof of
Don't
innocent-
start with me. You suss me for random things.
We had physical. I sussed you because I like proved I was innocent, and you were still sussing me. I was like,
Well,
well,
you didn't prove to me that you were innocent.
I proved to everybody. You just weren't paying attention.
What did you
I
do
said
that
it-
proved you were innocent?
I said it during a meeting, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah," because like when you guys all fixed lights, everyone fixed lights except for me. I wasn't there, and a body got like killed. And I
Yeah,
knew
that
there
was the
only one
thing, is
murderer
that I
left.
thought you were there because I thought I saw everyone was light colors. Because I made
but
sure before I selected the body.
Yeah, and then I said, "No, that wasn't me. That was Zeta." And then Zeta went, "Yeah, that was me." And then we like moved on.
Okay. But that doesn't necessarily prove that you're innocent. That just proves that you weren't there when the kill happened. There could be
True.
multiple
Murderer.
killers. Like different roles. That doesn't prove you were innocent. That just proves you weren't there when that kill happened.
He does have a point. I was just being
Also, just
salty that I
weren't
couldn't-
listening.
No. I wasn't paying attention to the colors. I was listening.
Well, I mean, if you were listening, you would have heard me say I wasn't there. So
I did hear that. I just wasn't sure and didn't want to just immediately rule you out and believe you at that point. It doesn't matter that I was the killer or not. If you can't see who's there, the meeting's called, and then someone says I wasn't there, do you automatically count them as innocent for the rest of the game?
well, if I said I wasn't there, and then everyone, if you were like I wasn't there, and then everyone else backed you up, then I would believe you. Yeah.
Okay, there was one other person that talked, Zeta.
Yeah, and he went, I wasn't there.
Yeah, so
Zeta
one
said I
other
was there.
person says that you're okay.
And then Spike also said in chat, like, oh yeah, well, there was only the three of us, or whatever. Or
Spike
I think it
wasn't
would've been
there.
better- I think it would have been
It
better
wasn't
if I was
Spike.
able
I
to
can't
talk
remember
at
who
the
was.
time.
I can't remember who was
But-
playing with us at the time.
Gingy.
Yeah, it must have been Gingy. Well, was that when we had 7 people, or was that when people left?
Yeah,
That was when we had 7 people, yeah. Because there was only 3 people there, and I killed one of them. And I was the other person. So it was Zeta, me, and the person that I killed. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Would play him again though. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I just want to do better and like not pick fights more.
I liked the like mansion map. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
There's different maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played 2.
Yeah, the mansion map is the newest one.
We
Oh,
played the other map too, Spike. Remember? We played the normal
we did.
map.
I think
Yeah,
I
played-
did that one once.
We played
Yeah.
one of the normal maps once.
Oh, okay. There's one thing that I had a grievance about with the mansion map. Like I was able to get all the other mini games, but the fishing game, I could not understand how that works. How do you?
It's
Doc,
like
how
with
does that-
Minecraft that when the buoy gets pulled down, you have to click it in the right time.
You just click it.
I
you
couldn't
just
do
have
it
to click
though.
it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
click on the very bottom of the screen, on the left of the fishing pole, there's a tiny little like wheel, like like the fishing thing has where you like reel it in. It has one of those that you click.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I just would click it and then it would pull. It would
Yeah,
pull it
it has one
back.
of those things that
Yeah.
you click, and then you just have to time it with the bubbles, like it's Animal Crossing.
Well, there's no bubbles.
So
It was just the buoy would go down.
Fuck. No, it bubbles.
Oh, I didn't see any
I have,
bubbles.
yeah, I have to see that again and try to like take the time to try it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's time for me to go. I have to get ready.
All right. Good night.
Alright, see you two later.
See ya.
That's like
Do you think you are gonna stream, Doctor? Because if you do, I'll raid you.
what time is it? 8:30. Maybe. I'll have to
Okay.
go look.
There
Check
was.
how long it.
I was gonna work on stuff tonight and I didn't, but I wanted to stream because I wanted to talk about stuff.
How long are you gonna keep streaming or?
I should probably stop because I didn't eat lunch today, so I got just a quick snack when I got home because I didn't want to gorge out, but I do want to go get more food before bedtime. I don't know. I probably would like to keep going, but I don't know what exactly I do other than maybe talk more, I guess. Depends on what you do, I
Yeah.
suppose.
That's true. Oops.
Because I like hanging out with you. I like
Yeah.
arguing with you.
True. I'm getting close to affiliate.
Yeah. I just need to get a better average of viewers, which means that I have to be more interesting so people will actually watch my streams.
Yeah, it's kind of just like
Sorry, what was that? You're really quiet.
say that
Do you
again.
want to know the story behind my Twitch name?
Is
Yeah.
it your name?
So basically, my middle name is Rose, and my family sometimes calls me Rosie, and one of my lucky numbers is 9 and 3. So then, or 2. So then 9 2 times. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Pretty
interesting.
simple. Yeah. It's very quick. Nothing special besides my middle name.
Finally. Oh, that took me so many tries.
What are you doing?
Playing like a pinball RPG game. It's pretty fun.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I might go back to Sparrow just because I think it's pretty well established at this point. But I do like sparse. It's like one of those weird words that's sort of not common and I think is probably good for a name that's like it's good enough. Anyhow. And I think I'll just
Yeah.
sort of keep Mr. Nobody as like my character icon or whatever because when I do characters I'll just make them to look like Mr. Nobody. Cuz I can't make them look like a sparrow obviously. But like and maybe I'll do some like channel art of Mr. Nobody or something. Speaking of which, Mr. Nobody is from Transistor, which is why my Twitch name is Transis Sparrow because Transistor is my favorite video game. Because I couldn't do just Sparrow.
Why was it taken?
What?
Was it like taken so you couldn't do just Sparrow?
Yes. I think someone either is Sparrow or Sparrow is like such a very too simple or simplistic thing that it wasn't going to accept it.
Fluffy wants to tell you the meaning behind his name, but he's too shy.
Oh. I mean, you could type it out, I guess. I don't know.
And the
Where's
reason my name on Steam is Doctor364 with zeros because someone has Doctor364 already. I just replaced the O's with the zeros and just called it a day. That shows how you know. I instead of thinking of a new username, I was like, ah, fuck it, zeros, and it wasn't taken. I was like, good.
Wait, that's not the right thing.
Oh shit, it's my. Hold on.
There we go. Not sure why it's like this, but... Oh, there it goes. So I'm just gonna do my Genshin dailies, and then I'll probably stop streaming. Oh, Dr. Deafened. Okay. Now I'm just sitting in a call with a bunch of mute and deaf people. It's like VR chat where everyone just pretends to be someone else and sits in front of a mirror and doesn't talk or do anything.
It's 11:30 at night for me, so I have to be quiet.
Oh, okay. What's your excuse, Fluffy?
What?
Okay. Oh,
Fluffy
goodness.
is shy.
Oh, okay. That's no excuse. The way you stop being shy is by talking to people.
I'm not really shy as much as if I try to say something, I'm gonna say something completely random.
Oh, welcome to my world.
I'm gonna say, even if I try to say, I'm gonna say words that won't even make sense.
Oh, the name behind your username now.
I have that problem too.
That's gonna be goddamn patient. It's gonna take a while.
Let's see.
I don't know.
You don't have to type it, you can say it.
Or I'm just gonna be rambling for 10 hours.
Oh, I have that problem too. Don't worry. Okay, here we go. I wanted to do this on stream. I wanted to read this. That's why I keep... That's literally why I'm in front of this guy, is because this is a small little thing to do, is read this book and then talk to him.
I'm typing it out like I'm an old ass man.
I'm sorry.
I was typing as if it's been 10,000 years.
Alright, I bet.
Alright, I'm gonna...
My name was not always Fluffy. You know, it used to be something different. Now it's changed because of an RP.
A bionic blade.
Cat.
Where'd you type it out? Or are you not typing it out now?
Yeah. What are you talking about again?
I'm gonna read this thing, because I wanted to read this on stream. Because it's a lot. But I also wanted to do this little thing.
Exactly.
What?
I'm streaming.
Yes, I'm still streaming. Is that okay?
I should probably go to bed. I have school tomorrow. Good night.
Alright, good night. Knights of Favonius Handbook, 5th edition. This handbook is guide on the core principles of the Knights of Favonius. Knights should carefully read the contents of this handbook and strictly hold themselves to the standards detailed within their life and work, serving the people of Mondstadt as a model knight of Favonius. As members of the Knights of Favonius, it is incumbent upon us to be the never heard that word, upon us to be the very embodiment of the three virtues of knighthood: modesty, honesty, and self-control. These are the three pillars of Mondstadt's freedom. Remember, freedom cannot exist without the support of duty. The Great Spirits gifted us with the three virtues: unity, duty, and destiny. Anyways. The direct embodiment of these values comes, of course, in one's everyday speech and actions. Hence, this handbook outlines behavioral standards and language usage prescriptions that are intended to cover all potential scenarios that you may encounter in the course of duty. Section 1. A knight must exercise vigilance at all times, and must never treat any potential threat to Mondstadt lightly. When it comes to your attention that a citizen of Mondstadt is in need, you must come to their aid promptly and willingly, for it is the fundamental duty of the Knights of Favonius to be of service to the people of Mondstadt. Section 2. When greeting a traveling merchant from a distant land, pay attention to express proper respect and courtesy. Do not exhibit suspicion or hostility towards them, no matter how suspicious they may seem. Approved language. Welcome to Mondstadt, strange yet respectable traveler, wayfarer, guests. Please state your identity and intended destination. The Knights of Favonius are here to ensure your safety. Select the appropriate term of address accordingly. Prohibited language. Hey you, stop right there. State your identity, you rascal, hooligan, ruffian, outlander, trespasser. Outlander is a very nice term, actually. Anywho. Welcome to the city of wind and idyls, otherworldly travelers, vagrants, animals, purring storms. Note, refrain from using vulgar or coarse language. It is especially important never to address the guests using pejorative nomenclature. Hold on. Okay, Google. Define pejorative. Pejorative, expressing contempt or disapproval. Okay, it's a real word. Did not think that was a real word. The funny thing here is that the welcome to Mondstadt, strange yet respectable traveler, the approved language, is what what's her name? Amber says to us when we meet. And I think these hey you and the hey you, that's something that someone else says that I think is a bad guy. And the welcome to the city of wind is what what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. The bard. I don't remember the bard's name. What is the bard's name? I don't care.
Jimmy. Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. Yeah. Carl, I don't know how to tell you this, so I'm gonna whisper it in Sheen's ear, and he's gonna blurt it out in astonishment. Carl is pregnant. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Now, do you have any questions? Can I say the N-word, sir? Knock yourself out, kid. Thanks. Because that's from the... Are you going to finish that croissant? Knock yourself out, kid. Thanks. Oh, Jimmy. I need to work better on my Carl voice.
Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom has got it going on. She's all that I want. Oh. Llama-palooza. Now, Sugar Booger.
Hey, Sugar Booger. God.
Oh my goodness, Jimmy Neutron characters are the best. Mm.
It must have been such a fun show to voice act in.
Voice
The most
acting is
over-the-top
great.
voice ever.
Voice acting is great because you get to bring like a character to life, and you can literally just say whatever you want. It's amazing when voice actors like aren't on set and just hanging out and can like make up memes and whatnot. Whistles, whistles, whistles. I love whistles. Oh, that's a reference that nobody's gonna get. Section 3. Never meet members of the public with an attitude of nonchalance or apathy. A responsible knight must always be ready to offer up both sword and sweat for the people's sake. Accordingly, during periods of, hey, we're not even a quarter of the way through. This is the reason why I wanted to read it on stream.
What is this?
Knights of Favonius Handbook 5th edition. This is basically the rules, because he's gonna quiz me, so I need to read this stuff, but I wanted to read it on stream. Accordingly, during periods of rest, recreation, or relative inactivity, you must maintain a knightly disposition and be ready to fulfill re-engage in work matters at a moment's notice. Oh, and be ready to fully re-engage. Approved language. 1. Musing to oneself while on break. I shall check for any previously undiscovered safety issues in Mondstadt. For I, as a knight of... These are literally like NPC things that people say. They've just copy-pasted here. For I, as a knight of duty to safeguard Mondstadt at all times. 2. Conversing with city folk at the tavern. As a knight, I am expected to gain an understanding of people's day-to-day needs and concerns. This knowledge is also indispensable to me in the performance of my duties. Note, even when there is no work to be done whatsoever, it is not permissible to take a gracious amount of downtime at your own discretion. Prohibited language. Again, on active guard duty. I imagine having a lifetime supply of cider. 2. While taking break. Noel, have you got a minute? These are all quotes from people that's why this is really funny. Because I've seen people around town saying these exact things. Note. The acting Grand Master has instructed Noel to immediately report any work-shy knights who attempt to delegate their existing duties to her. It should go without saying that this behavior is entirely unacceptable. Penalties for violations will take the form of reduced vacation allowance and/or salary deductions. The next time that you consider shirking your duties, you are strongly advised to consider whether the consequences are worth it. Section 4. While the Knights of Favonius respect the important place of wine in Mondstadt's cultural heritage, it is nevertheless expected that knights will exercise due self-control with regard to their alcohol intake. It is not permitted to be drunk while on duty, and it is strictly forbidden to encourage or facilitate the consumption of alcohol by minors. Note: Knights of Favonius who are not legal drinking age are forbidden from consuming alcohol. Accordingly, minors must always be accompanied by an adult co-worker when entering taverns and other premises where alcohol is served. Section 5. New, because it's the 5th edition. Owing to a recent increase in Fatui activity in the city, knights are reminded that it is forbidden to disclose details of any matters concerning Knights of Favonius operations and strategic deployment to any persons from outside the organization while not on active duty. That is a full sentence. No punctuation. Goodness gracious. Section 6. In the event of major Mondstadt-wide emergency, Knights of Favonius are expected to lead by example and act to safeguard human lives and property. In times of crisis, when people come to you with questions, it is important to answer them clearly and calmly, and to remind them to prioritize their personal safety at all times. Approved language. Please, do not worry. The Knights of Favonius will do their utmost to protect Mondstadt. When danger is imminent, please do not panic. Cover your head with both hands and crouch down. Better protect yourself. Then, follow the instructions given to you by the Knights of Favonius crew, who will lead you to safety in swift and orderly fashion. New. Please rest assured that even though Grandmaster Varka is not currently in Mondstadt, the Knights of Favonius are quite well equipped to deal with this crisis in a swift and elegant manner. Only applicable during the Grandmaster's absence. Prohibited language. Uh-oh, we've never had to deal with a situation like this before. 2. Even the knights are powerless in the face of a crisis of this magnitude. These are all quotes from people. Note, even in extreme cases where the crisis is indeed of a kind that has not been seen before, it is imperative that you do not appear overwhelmed in front of members of the public, and that you do not do or say anything to call into question the capabilities of the Knights of Favonius. Section 7. We're halfway through. When greeting travelers from afar, please act hospitable by informing them of the locations of essential businesses and services, recommending popular tourist destinations, and giving any further assistance that they may request or require. Approved language. If it's your first time here, I recommend visiting the Mondstadt Cathedral. If you're tired, go have some of Mondstadt's famous wine at the tavern called Angel Share. Section 8. Remember to espouse your virtues of modesty and honesty also. Remember to espouse the virtues of modesty and honesty also in your interactions with coworkers and companions. That is to say, be self-effacing in conversation and with comrades, and be open and truthful with them, nurturing and maintaining a sense of camaraderie and solidarity between all of our knights is our first line of defense against the enemy. Approved language. That was wonderful. I've never had a battle experience like that before. Note, avoid exaggerating your speech to the point where you become overbearing. Your words and tone should simply express a sufficient degree of respect and cordiality towards your fellow knights. Goodness, this is just a bunch of nonsense. I thought this was actually going to be interesting. I'm sorry.
Forgive you.
Section 9. As guardians of Mondstadt serving as the shield of the Animal Archon, the Knights of Favonius must set an example for others to follow. Under no circumstances should any knight ever violate the rules and regulations of Mondstadt. If any knight is found to have damaged public property or the private property of a citizen of Mondstadt while not on duty, following a damage assessment an amount equivalent to the damage caused shall be deducted from the salary and or bonus of the knight in question. Knights who are minors at the time of the violation and who therefore do not receive a formal salary will be penalized with celerity confinement in lay of a fine, with a period of incarceration to be determined based on the severity of the violation. The fish and other aquatic life found in Mondstadt's lakes and rivers are classified as public property and as much must not be destroyed under any circumstances. Oops. Section 10. Knights of Favonius should always remain vigilant and exercise due caution when dealing with strangers. Even when dealing with non-hostiles, a knight should clarify to the stranger their rights and responsibilities as an outsider, explaining the rules and customs of Mondstadt in a firm but fair manner. Addendum 1. Extra scrutiny is required when dealing with visiting diplomats from other nations whose activity gives cause for concern. Should I start rating this in a different voice?
Do you? Do you want to?
It'd be funny. What's a voice I should do?
I don't know. Maybe.
I could read it as Carl.
Oh God.
I could read it as Garfield.
Garfield. Oh no.
Section 8. In the interest of preventing incidents involving wind glider users, Knights of Favonius should also pay close attention to aerial activity in the region. Knights are required to perform spot checks on users of wind gliders and ensure that the details therein are current and valid. Should you observe any illegal aerial activity within the city, you should shout to the offender at the top of your voice, imploring them to cease gliding immediately. Should they persist, you should take further action as is necessary to de-escalate the situation. Note, even then the airborne offender is an off-duty member of the Knights of Avonius, there is no cause for leniency. You have full authority to revoke the offending party's gliding license, should you deem this to be the appropriate course of action. So the funny thing about this section is this is an actual thing that happens, is that you are taught how to use your wing glider by a knight, but the thing runs you through the city, because that's just what they do. The training thing is through the city, but then when you land, your gliding license is revoked because you landed in front of someone's building. So as soon as you get your gliding license, it's revoked. It's really stupid.
Oh yeah.
Appendix terminology notes. This is not Carl.
That sounded like Morty.
Who?
Oh jeez.
Oh gee, Rick. Knightly virtues. I can't do a good Shaggy though. That's a voice I'd really like to learn.
Like zoinks.
Yeah, you do it really well.
To a various foot hotter. Oh god, it's hard to read this in the Shaggy voice. Refers to our responsibilities, like to serve the people of Mondstadt.
Oh, I could do a Scooby. Rightly virtues refers to the free course of virtues or modesty. This is not Scooby anymore. It's hard to
really
read
good.
something that's like not something that they would say.
That was actually really good. Also,
Oh, really?
I definitely get that. Yeah, that was good.
Keep going. Honesty and self-control respond to the Knights of Favonius. The three are mutually reinforced and treated as a collective. This is just turning into Yoda now. Knights must conduct themselves in
That's a little bit of
accordance
Yoda now.
with the virtue at all times. It's you have to keep like the graveliness, I think, a little bit or something.
Yeah.
Aw, Jimmy, terms of address refers to the various honorifics. It's not Carl.
Still Morty.
Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom.
That's an easy one to do, like when you're reading something else, at the very least.
What one?
Like Carl, because you go, refers to the various honorifics used to address members of the public.
Sorry, I moved.
Including visitors. Like, it's at least easier to read that voice, where other voices it's hard to like, keep things
Jimmy, as public servants to the free people of Mondstadt, and hosts to other peoples from beyond our borders, oh gee, we are expected to use the appropriate terms of address in all encounters as an act of courtesy. And addiction and etiquette is mandatory for all serving knights. This is hard. What's another voice we can do, or I can do? Trying to think of anything. I could try to do a Kermit the Frog here.
I can do that.
Oh, really? Oh, you go
It's
then.
it's hard to like keep it though. In order to keep it, I have to constantly go Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, same.
The refers to our responsibilities to serve the people of Mondstadt and protect the freedom of Mondstadt. Officially appointed knights of Favonius should refrain from talking flippantly or irrelevantly about their responsibilities or their honor as a knight in their day-to-day lives. Yay! Or yay!
Did Kermit just laugh like Scooby?
Yeah, I was like, wait, I'm
Kermit
not
the
doing it.
Frog here. Wee.
He goes, yay! Because Kirby goes like, yay!
Yeah, no, that was really good. You didn't
As
lose your
we
voice at
preserve
all.
The dignity of our organization's reputation.
It's actually the longest I've held that without having to go.
Yeah, that was
Kermit
really
the Frog
good.
here. It's not easy being green.
um, what's it? Heck, sniff, bark, Bjork, heck. The Animo Archon. The Animo Archon Barbados is the god of wind and song, the granter, the guardian of Mondstadt's freedom, and the one in whom the people of this land place their faith. As an organization, the Knights of Favonius heeds the will of the Animo Archon. This means that we must be prepared to go to war in the event that Mondstadt's freedom comes under threat. Note, need to add additional material on this term. Several members of the Knights of Favonius and even Church seem to not have any belief in the Animo Archon at all. Yeah, that's true. They don't like it's like if the Catholic Church didn't believe that Jesus was a person.
Yeah.
Which
Would
is
feel that.
the problem with the Jews, is that the Jews believe that Jesus was Christ, but the who are the original, like the original Jews? I don't remember.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess I'll just finish this. 5. The Fatui. Diplomats and other agents of the Chesnaya stationed here in Mondstadt. They are afforded diplomatic immunity within our borders. Their activities are shrouded in mystery and deceit, and their intentions are obscure. Warning: always be wary around around members of the Fatui. If you observe any suspicious activity, report it to the headquarters immediately, while taking care to prioritize your personal safety. 6. The Abyss Order. An ancient, mysterious group of enemies from the Abyss. No one knows how they came to be or what they seek. Occasionally, they can be spotted causing trouble near Mondstadt. Warning: members of the Abyss Order are highly dangerous enemies. If you encounter one, exercise extreme caution and report its location and activity to the headquarters as soon as possible. 7. Storm Terror's Lair, New. Refers to the ruins that lie to the northwest of Mondstadt. Legend holds that this area was once a city where a tyrant ruled from his tower. It has since been occupied by Devalin, who shelters himself there for his reasons. These ruins have now been named Storm Terror's Lair. Alright, cool. Now we can talk to this guy. Ready? I'm ready. Alright, let's begin. Now please listen to my questions. Oh, it's nighttime, so they turned on the lights. To the northwest of Mondstadt are some ruins. Legend holds that it was once a city where a tyrant ruled from his tower. It has since been occupied by Devalin, who shelters himself there. My question is this: what is the official name now given to these ruins by the Knights of Favonius? Dvalin's Den, Stormy Terry's Tower. Goodness gracious. Storm Terror's Lair. Correct. The ruins are indeed called Storm Terror's Lair. Now, next question. Listen carefully. Which shouldn't make any sense. It should be Dvalin's Den, because Storm Terror is an inappropriate title. Anyhow. According to the knightly etiquette, what is the proper form of address to use when speaking to unknown individuals encountered within Mondstadt's borders? Sneaky little parts. Burgeoning Storm. Strange yet respectful traveler. Correct. Strange yet respectful traveler, or indeed travelers, is the correct way to address those that we meet here who hail from lands beyond. Now for my last question. As I'm sure you are completely aware, the affairs of the Knights of Favonius within the city walls are currently under the management of Miss Jean. My question then is, what is Miss Jean's official title? Master, Acting Grandmaster, or Dandelion Tights? Oh, I kind of want to select that one just to find out what happens. Oh, it's so inappropriate. No one, I wonder how long he's gonna be gone. I know it's acting Grandmaster. What if I select Dandelion Tights? Probably a bad ending. Oh, I'm gonna do it. No, Gene Styles acting Grandmaster, and I strongly advise you to remember it. Alright, that was all from me. Let me see. Wow, the Knights are so strict. Unfortunately, you didn't answer them all correctly, but I think you did a good job considering the circumstance. Please take this. Okay. So he didn't give me a... Wouldn't go with you. No. Okay. I was hoping he would give me like a better reaction, but that's okay. Okay. Also, I like how I'm back to 3 viewers. Which one do I want to go to first? Actually, it'd probably be faster to go to here, wouldn't it? Because then I could... I'm already here. Oh, it is actually up those things, so yeah. I chose a bad teleport spot, actually. Because this one's closer to... Yeah, I'm just gonna re-teleport. I don't know why I went right there. When I'm gone, like another light, I'll shine down on you. I like these. They're literally pinwheel flowers. Imagine if those could actually exist.
I'm playing some Genshin.
Oh yeah. I was before. Do you see these pinwheel flowers?
Yeah.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking, actually.
I really want some. I might make some paper ones. Be pretty cool.
I'm gonna eat dinner and stuff because I haven't really eaten today. So.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do my dailies quick and then I'm gonna eat dinner. What you got?
In the oven. Two of the Giornos and that. A while along the wait, but I'm also gonna work on some stuff that I need to work on. So. Okay, so it's rough.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stream tonight, so.
Alright. I'll just end stream as soon as I'm done here then.
I'll probably stream tomorrow, though, depending on how long Zeta and I hang out for.
What do you think you're gonna do?
I know they said they downloaded the Guitar Hero thing for Wii, so maybe that. 'Cause we have these Guitar Hero like guitars that we bought at a rummage sale thing that our school does a couple years ago for like $1. I've only used them like one time. And we played this like really bad. Well, it wasn't really bad, but it was a really weird like Beatles rock band game that we also bought. We're like, oh, it's actually kind of fun. Let's try and play like a Guitar Hero game. So, other than that, not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Sparrow.
All right. See ya.
Later.
Later. And now it's just me. I wonder if I could just destroy these without them even noticing me once. I mean, it certainly seems like it. Cool. Didn't even have to fight them. Makes it faster for me. Let's see. Got one all the way over here. Wow. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Alright. Oh, come on.
Is this an answer from this world?
And that is the reason why you never fight stuff with physical weapons. You only ever use elemental bursts. Hello.
Brother is being chaotic right now.
Hello. I am a strange creature saying hello.
A strange creature.
Yep. Why is my brother so fucking chaotic?
Cause I am chaos and hell combined.
Absorption test.
Oh yeah, and before this, Thomas fucking hit me in the balls.
Because he slapped me in the ass.
For a joke. For a fucking joke.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Wow. So many raw
I
materials.
didn't even do it that hard.
I don't care. You still did.
But don't need to fucking hit me in the balls.
Not the balls. That's the worst place to hit someone. Ooh, that's a lot of owlberries. It's actually important upgrading material.
I'm gonna go grab some food.
Vind. How am I going to get past... Oh, hello. Something wrong? What are you doing? I'm trying to get to the watchtower at Stormberry Point. I want to see if there's a storm brewing out to sea or not.
Please.
But there's a group of monsters blocking the way up ahead. I don't know how to get past. Don't worry, I'm not about to ask you to go to the watchtower for me. It is my duty and I must see to it fulfilled no matter what it takes. You probably have things to do. Go on, don't worry about me. I'll figure it out. She talks like she's got this covered, but boy, there are a lot of monsters. Come on, let's clear out the area. Shall we? Look, she's seriously thinking about just making an almighty run for it.
Don't you dare, Thomas. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Poking your ass.
Tests
Oh,
are
whoa.
This needs research.
Look coming. Look coming.
What are you doing?
Oh god.
I'm gonna post something in memes.
Oh god. Oh.
What are you doing?
He's too big. Is it Mario or Dr. Mario? Look at what I sent to me. And you'll have better context of what I'm saying.
What is this?
Ow. You're hurting
He's
my
too big.
hair.
Is it Mario or Dr. Mario? I don't get it.
Me hair.
It's too big.
Ooh.
He's too big. Ow, stop.
What?
You.
Poke you with a coin.
Please. That's mine.
No. I wasn't gonna steal it.
Ow!
What? I'm just poking you.
No, you were grabbing my nipple and pulling away. What the fuck? That's not poking. That's...
It is to a masochist.
No, it isn't.
I mean, there is a very distinct difference between poking and pulling.
Yes.
I know.
But how is that poking to a masochist? What the fuck? And also, that isn't a fucking masochist. That's a fucking sadist.
I just want you guys to know that I am streaming.
Universe and you're the person in front of you.
Your logic is so weird.
I know. Which is exactly why my logic is the way it is. To confuse you and people.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't. No. No.
I just left the voice channel. Something the matter? Monsters are gone now. Really? Thanks to the Animo Archon. I mean, sorry. I take that back. You're the one I should be thankful. Oh, how can I repay you? Oh, I've got it. Come and find me at the top of the watchtower. Wait for you. Are you really... Oh, what's it? Really? Really? I just climbed this thing, fighting these monsters. Really? Then it makes me go back down here just to talk to her. Okay. What's up? Calm seas and no wind again today. Generations of my family have kept watch here on behalf of Mondstadt, looking for any signs of oncoming storm. It was Lady Vanessa who first entrusted us with this task. Since Lord Barbados began protecting Mondstadt, we have not seen a single storm, and the watchtower has slowly fallen into disrepair. Even so, I still cannot bring myself to stop coming here to this watchtower. You're quite dedicated. Dedicated. Thank you, but on the subject of my duty, I prefer never to have to fulfill it. Anyway, thank you for your help. These windwheel asters are for you. Oh. In the past, my family would look at how well the windwheel aster grows in an area to determine how strong the wind was there. Yes. Windwheel aster can grow neither in places with no wind, nor anywhere that is plagued by strong winds. Yeah, it can only flourish in places like Mondstadt where the gentle is gentle and nourishing. Let's hope they continue to prosper here forever. Yeah. Let's see. Is that... No, there's one guy right here. He's still in the general. Let's see. Oh. Impregnable defense. Complete the challenge by protecting the key line monolith. Oh, it's right here? Is this it? Oh. Man, no wonder I didn't see this. It doesn't have like that glowing thing on it. Let's change to something. Should probably change Amber out. No, Amber's good. Yeah, this is really the best that I have. Let's just go ahead and heal everyone. Oh, that did heal everyone. Okay. Let's see. Alright, stop. Okay, cool.
Let the show begin. Flash!
Can you...
Strike! Let's dance.
Mm-hmm. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Let's see. What's the It's a good couple of spots. I think it's over here. I doubt Box is still watching this, but I'm gonna go ahead and mark out the two really good spots to get Star Silver. And I'm actually kind of upset that I haven't marked them on my map already. I don't tend to put marks on what's it called? A Dragonspire, where we are currently, just because they're not useful, because there's so much stuff inside the mountain. No, it's not over here. This is over by... Oh, it's over here that I'm thinking. No. It's gotta be over here. Oh well. I've gotta go this way. There's two great spots. There's one on the inside, and that one's probably going to be harder to find because it's in like a weird kind of tricky pathway to get to. And then there's like a whole bunch sort of near like one of these rocks. Oh, this is the waterfall. This is really pretty view though. That's not what I meant. Oh, I gotta go all the way over here. Okay. I just keep not going far enough. But, yeah, cool little trick that if you go just outside, you won't have to worry about the heat. Sometimes you find cool little things, like a hidden chest or something. So always be sure to explore. This is definitely not the spot that I'm thinking of. Let's see, what's the spot I'm thinking of? I'm trying to see if I can see it from here. I don't think so. That's a really close bird. Okay. Is he just gonna keep... That just made a hawk sound, but it's definitely a seagull. Oh, come on. I just missed that. I think it's like a little up to the left. Ah, come on. I'm gonna get this bird. Come on. I moved. There we go. What? What? I got an achievement for that? Okay, is it specifically that bird or... That's not it. Okay, that's not it. Marksmanship. Hit a falcon mid-flight with your bow. Oh, okay. Strike an opponent's weak point from an extremely far away with an aimed shot. I've done that before. How far is far, though? I guess. See, the problem is that I think weak spots are typically only on golems, and you can't activate golems unless you're really far away, but then they tend to come right after you. Let's see, let's see. Let's just go over here and see if it's close. Jason says, was my brother a little too loud? Oh, he's out of the room now. Well, I must sing now. Alright, cool. Let's see. I don't think this is it. Gosh dang it, I don't remember how to get there. That's the problem. This is not it either. Let's see. Can I see it from here? What the heck is that? Oh, it's one of those roly-poly guys. Okay. It's like, what the heck? Goodness, I do not remember how to get to that spot. It's not over here. I know it's somewhere sort of right near the edge. I might have to go find it off stream, because this is gonna take a long time. It's not gonna be over here. No, it's like somewhere over here, I think. I know it's somewhere where there's at least some grass. Okay. Let's see if I can find the indoor passageway. I know it's somewhere. It's like one of those side chutes from in here. The problem is that there's a lot of these different pathways. Is it down or up though? I don't think it's down. Have a Barrett bunny. Are you?
You got me.
All right, game. Did.
Let the show be.
I know this is one way to get in. This is the path that leads up, though, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And this is the offshoot where the guy... Oh! It's a fox! Hey, Foxy. Oh! That's where his little hole is. Okay. Let's put out some more berries. There we go. Now maybe the foxy guy will come back out again and we can see him. That's right, I don't have Aloy equipped, so she won't, Oh, well there's some star silver here. This isn't the big cavern where there's lots of it, though. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some. Because I know that there's like a side quest for getting star silver, which I think I'm on. But then there's also another thing that I need star silver for. And there's just nothing out here. It's another entrance, so. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a pathway just like this, but there's like tons of goodness gracious. All right. So it's just another offshoot from Starglow Cavern. Are you? Can we just not? Okay. So that's where it just came from. See, I think if I go up here, it's gonna be too high. That's where I came from the first time. Yeah, that just leads back out. Unless. This looks like another something, but I don't know. No, this is just gonna be... Gosh dang, man. See, I'm not used to those falling because they're already down normally. See, I'm missing one. I don't remember how to get the first one. So I'm just used to having it already happened. Can I see? That's not anything, is it? Oh, that is another entrance. Well, let's just go back in then, shall we? See what's in here. Oh, this is where we just were. Yeah, and then we go past those. Okay, so it's got to be down then. No, because this is too far down. And there's nothing in here. There's no more offshoots. Where is it then? Goodness gracious. That's nothing. And this is the base of Starglow Cavern. I'm gonna have to find these off stream, I think. Yeah, this is just the path up here. This is the side path that we took earlier. Let's see if... What's his name? The foxy guy is back. Should really put Barbara on this team. Because we don't need 2 Animos. No, it's been too hasn't been long enough. Goodness.
This thing is fun.
I'm gonna have to find this off stream. 'Cause I do not. Wait, there was a chest?
Let's see. That looks edible. And this looks useful.
Let's see. Yeah, see, a good thing to do once you've gotten to the top is that you can just sort of jump off and glide down and take a better look at things. Problem is that it's still kind of hard to figure out what things are. Okay, so that's that. Which means this is nothing. Oh, there's a bunch of star silver here. Okay. So this isn't a spot that I was thinking of, but it is a spot. All of you go over there.
Ever seen one of these? Windblade.
Why do they not have a fire here?
I'll keep this close.
Oh, there's got to be a fire over there.
Go, Baron Bunny! Ugh, not so hard!
Come.
This one's a fighter.
Get off of there. Come on. Come on.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
There we go.
That's cheating! Go, Baron Bunny! This'll pack a punch. Stand clear.
See, that's my problem, is that I don't have a healer.
Let it rain. I'll race you there. Windblade.
spider.
Come on. See, this is why I hate these characters. Not because they're big and strong, but they just stand around and don't do anything. And then they suddenly decide to do something. Just like that. Just die. Goodness gracious. So annoying. I really like Sucrose, but I need a healer. So looks like there's more Star Silver over here. It's a little spot, but not. There's just like a couple here. Like there is some that spawn here, you know. It's not a common thing that spawns, so I'll just sort of mark that it's here. Nope. Now I can type it. I'll just call it a patch because it's not a lot. Check if I'll do this one last thing to check if it's here.
We can do this.
Yeah, Barbara's better because Aloy's Frost anyways. I don't know why Barbara's... I guess because the two sisters? No, Sucrose should be on here.
I want to help.
No, I don't need Sucrose because... yeah, you're fine. I just like Sucrose. Okay. Oh wait, I can't get Aloy back until I go to the Statue of the Seven or I use an egg. And I don't think... Okay, ooh! Alright, Champion's Day. I only like to use items if it's like a requirement because I'm like not near a thing. No, it's like... I don't know. Also, Cryo Cube, much harder than the Cryo, whatever it's called. The Regisvine Cryo, what's it called? Cryo Regisvine, yeah. The Cryo Cube is much harder. Cryo Hypostasis, that's what they call them. Hypostasis. Alright. I'm gonna get my dailies, see if I can get a 10 roll, then I'm gonna call it a night.
Ready, steady, go! Add Astra Abbott.
Claim dailies, yes, yes. Okay.
Add Astra.
Let's get these. I just have them on building materials right now because gonna need building materials for achievements later. And honestly, like, you can like walk over and pick up just like all those other things except for money, I guess. But like mining actually takes time and is something that not fun to do. What other achievement did I get? Mondstadt, the city of wind and song. Excluding Dragonspire. Yeah. Dragonspire has its own chest things that I'm going for. Guess that's it. 25 bucks for those. No, thank you. Ningguang, no, thank you. Let's see. Let's just. Oops.
Enough standing around.
Enough standing around. Alright, let's go to bed then. And I'm only doing this because I'm trying to get sucrose. So let's do 10. Oh, I need 800. Oh, guess that's it. Good night, everybody.